All right. Hey, everybody. This is Jimmy Dodd Jr. And as we prepare for our season opener Friday night here at Rams Stadium against Greene County Tech, we'd like to welcome, first of all, new head football coach David Gunn. Coach, great to have you.
Glad to be here.
My broadcast partner, Brad Hancock. And we wanted to discuss the season opener and learn a little bit more about the 2022 Paragould Rams. So, Coach, welcome. Let's get things started and tell us a little bit about how the preseason has gone and a little bit about the scrimmage last week and kind of set the stage for us.
Well, it's been a very good preseason for us. You know, one of the things that we challenged our kids to was taking their work ethic to a different level. You know, we haven't quite arrived yet, but we've certainly been pleased with what we've seen. You can't complain a whole lot when you got kids on the field at 5 a.m. in the morning and they all are present. So that was very encouraging. One of the things that we wanted to do was put them get them out of their comfort zone. And those early morning practices certainly did that. And as we went throughout the summer, especially the last 2 weeks, we could see them responding to that. We got some good seniors, but we got some other guys that began to take on a leadership role. And so we were very pleased with where we finished. We went into the scrimmage game at Gosnell, more of a jamboree style where we scrimmaged with Gosnell and Corning. Our objective was there just to make sure everyone got a chance to play, and we continue to get better at the fundamentals. The scoreboard did not matter to us. Now, don't get me wrong, this coming Friday, the scoreboard does matter, but it was just a glorified practice in our eyes and an opportunity for us to continue to get better. And our kids went out and competed, and so it's time to play now. You know, after a summer of workouts and 3 weeks getting ready before school started, now it's time to play.
Well, I know it's been a hot summer, and I know you guys have been working extremely hard, and Brad and I were kind of cracking about going at 5 a.m.
They should have showed up, guys.
I saw a picture. I didn't know. It was for my
a recording was all you need.
On Saturday morning.
Absolutely. Yeah. But talk a little bit before we get into the kids, a little about your new staff. We've got some new coaches on staff this year here at Paragould High School, and you've been able to bring in some folks that I know you're really excited about. So talk a little bit about them. So what we can
We'll start with who's coming back. Coach Heston, Tyler Heston, who is a Paragould boy, graduated here, and man, he served such an important role from the time I got here until we got everyone else in place. The transition was very smooth, and largely because of Tyler, Coach Heston, and so we're excited about having him back. You know, he's an offensive line coach. We have 2 guys coaching the offensive line. Another Paragould boy, Drew Crawford. Drew and Coach Heston actually played together here. Coach Heston, I think, is a year older. Getting him back from Louisiana to help assist us there. Very passionate. They are a perfect fit for one another. They work very well together. Matt Johnson. Matt, who taught in the district for a couple of years, he joined our staff this year. Matt is from Pocahontas, so we won't hold that against him, but has an excellent work ethic and is really, doing a good job as far as learning what we do and what we expect and passing that on to the kids. Andrew Garrett. Andrew is a young man that graduated high school from Huntsville, Arkansas, son of a coach. He just recently graduated here from college, and he'll be coming in. His main focus will be with our younger kids. But one thing that we don't necessarily have junior high and senior high coaches. We have a football staff, and so we all coach all the kids. That continuity, creating continuity between the 2 programs is very important. That's one way we get that done. And just to make sure that we're getting the maximum amount of coaches for our young kids. And so, Coach Gary, he works with the quarterbacks, he works with the D-line, so he does many things for us. Alonzo Giles, Coach Giles is a guy that actually, he's not one of the young guys, he's my age. We played against each other in high school, and so Coach Giles, been in the ministry for a number of years. He come here last year, and so we was able to get him out, and he's coaching. He's actually our lead coach for our young kids, and just a very good man, passionate man, and kids love him, respect him, and so just been a great fit for us. Seth Wagner. Seth is a Hoxie boy. Dad was another coach. His dad coached over at Hoxie there for a number of years. I make the joke all the time. Seth is a Hendrix graduate. That's man, he's too smart to be coaching football. But a very good young football coach. Coaches our D line. Donnie Burrow. Donnie is.
I remember Donnie. He was playing when I was.
Yeah, Donnie.
That's a long time ago.
Donnie is another Paragould boy, and one of the things that we want to do when we come here was to try to get some of these guys who actually played here. You know, we went right away looking for guys who played here at Paragould, grew up in Paragould, who's in coaching, interested in coaching. We wanted to get those guys back here to be a part of the staff to help build something special. And Donnie's one of those guys, and you know, he's our, what we refer to as our recruiting coordinator. He's over the 7th grade program, and he's responsible for making sure, you know, that we in constant contact with those parents, and that you know, we're getting the kids out, and not just getting them out, but building a relationship with them. Who I'm liking, Justin Lovell. Justin is a young man that I recruited years ago, back when I was on the college scene, and he was down to Clarendon last year, coached a very good football team, was defense coordinator there, and so he will serve as our defensive coordinator here. Very young, energetic. This is going to be a very good football coach. Shane Wright. Shane is probably of that group, the one with the most experience. He's been in it for about 10 years. Coached in several schools. He's been in Missouri, been in Arkansas. He's going to serve as our linebacker coach. Very experienced guy, very knowledgeable guy, and we're glad we got him on our staff. Another young man is Caleb Caston. Caleb played over at Arkansas State. I've been out a couple of years. He was actually helping those guys in their academics. He was academic advisor, and we was able to convince him to get into coaching. He wanted to coach anyway. Yeah. He's our defensive end coach, and a guy that's will be calling the defense for the younger kids, and really fine young man, and going to be a heck of a football coach in his own right.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, you can tell you've assembled a group of high character guys, passionate guys, enthusiastic about football, enthusiastic about Paragould, and I think it's going to rub off on the kids and the fans and the supporters and the alumni.
Well, we certainly hope so. It starts with the coaches. You know, we are the ones that have to set the tone, set the standard, and I couldn't be prouder of these men, man. That was mornings when we on the field, literally on the field at 4:45 and not coming off to 11:15 because we would bring our younger kids right in after the high school kids, and you know, that's very taxing. But you know, those guys been showing up every day, and they've been putting in the hours, been many 14, 16-hour days. But when you're trying to turn something around, that's what's required. And we haven't had any issues with those guys willing to go the extra mile for us. So the people, our parents have much to be proud of, and our coaches, and certainly the people of Paragould.
Brad, before we get into the kids a little bit, any question that you got for Coach?
No, you know, Coach mentioned the scrimmage, and I saw some of that last week, and I was impressed by the effort that the kids played with. And you know, you'd mentioned how, you know, earlier one of your goals was the defense to fly around, and you know, Jimmy's will ask you some more about the defense later, but I was impressed how they did respond to your coaching and created turnover early. So it's a positive you saw from being aggressive and flying around to the ball. So you know, like Jimmy said, we welcome, you know, all you guys here, and as a parent, I have an 8th grader on the junior high team, and what I like to see is Coach Gunn realizes it takes the effort of the coaches, the players, and the parents and the community. And so we're just glad that you're here and looking forward to this season.
Man, we're really excited. Hey, let's get into the kids a little bit. Let's start with the offensive side of the football. Everybody likes to talk offense. Mention some of the kids that you think will contribute, and maybe a little bit about the philosophy and what our fans can expect as we get ready to entertain the Golden Eagles on Friday night.
Well, everyone wants to know who the quarterback is. So we'll get that out of the way right now. Carter Ballou is our starting quarterback. Man, he's done a great job for us this this summer. He's getting more comfortable with the position. Carter played tight end H-back last year, so every kid that we have right now at the quarterback position, every healthy kid that we have at the quarterback position right now has never played the position before, but those guys are coming on. So Carter has won the position. Caleb Giles will be our second guy if something should happen there. And we had a little sophomore that you may know who's doing really well by the name of Lucas Hancock that's injured right now, and doesn't look like we're going to get him back. I hope we do, but that doesn't look like that's going to happen right now. But we feel very comfortable with those three guys and with those two. And in an emergency situation, Corbin Bailey will be that third guy right now with Lucas being out. And so can't wait to see him play. We need to get the experience. Last week was the first time that he had ever taken a snap under center in a competitive situation, and so but he did good, you know.
Yeah, you know he had a few butterflies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I thought he did a nice job.
He
when
really,
I saw. He
is a young man of outstanding character, and that showed last week. And over the course of a year, that's what it's going to help sustain him. Just who he is, an excellent kid. So he will be one. Our offensive line will be led by a young man by the name of Brett Rogers. Brett's the 3-year starter. We have 12 seniors, I believe. Only 5 of those guys have been, on the football team for 3 years. Henry Thompson's another. We'll get to the defense in a moment. And Gary McDaniel. Those guys have been with the program, throughout the whole process. But Brett is where it starts up front for us. He's a fine leader, another outstanding young man. One of the things that's been most impressive since I've been here is we have some outstanding kids. We really do have some good kids. What we like maybe in talent-wise, we're going to make up, this dude hard work and playing smart football. Brett is one of those guys who allow us to do that. When we talk about our receiving core, you got Caleb Giles, who's never played before. Caleb, he was started at one of the receivers. He's made a difference in our football team. He's been a basketball player in the past and done really well there. And so we're certainly excited about having him on the football field now. Nate Brittenham. Nate's another one who did not play last year. And so we got several kids who hadn't played football in a while that's going to be in that starting lineup. And Nate has really done well, getting more confidence each week. And so those two guys, we got to get the ball to. Caden Calhoun, everybody knows that name. He'd be one of our starting running backs. Caden is a very physical kid, good-looking kid. Back in the day, you said have your best-looking player step off the bus first. That would be him and I if we wanted to do that here at Paragould. But he's worked hard this summer. Xavier Wynn has really come on. Last spring, we had some turbulence times there, but he has grown up. And I couldn't be prouder of a young man, the way he has responded to coaching, the way he has responded to the standard that we're trying to set here that's going to produce a program that wins over the long haul. When we look back over this year, he will be one of the kids that we'll always remember that, say, he has helped set the tone as far as heading this football program in the right direction. So offensively, those guys are very important. Hayden Robber will be our starting center. I think Hayden started for the football team last year. And just across the board, we got some good kids there. We got a young sophomore that's going to see some action, Lucas Harden, up on the offensive line. We're expecting good things from him this year. Jaden Barrett will be another starter, and I'm trying to. Jaden may have played last year, but maybe not his sophomore year. You guys gonna know the roster better than I will, and so we're looking forward. What we need now as a football team is actually this game experience, and so we got to get to the field, get in those situations that only a game can produce for us, and see how we respond. On the defensive side, I mentioned those linebackers and Henry Thompson and Gary McDaniels, who are, I think those guys, this will be 3-year starters for them. They have done a very good job, as far as coming along, responding. You know, when you're a senior, you play for someone else for 2 years, and now you got someone new coming in, and it's your senior year, and now you got to make you got to make an adjustment again. Well, I couldn't be more pleased with the way those guys have responded to coaching. We expect those guys to be leaders for us. And the Hunt kid, Sam Hunt, will be that other linebacker who started last year as a sophomore. And so the strength of the defense is actually in our linebackers. And we're putting a lot on those guys as far as expecting them to lead the way for us. Corbin Bailey, who I mentioned earlier, Corbin will be starting in the secondary. He'll be a safety. Cole Chipman will be that other safety back there, very talented sophomore for us. Corbin is one we refer to as Mr. Football. He understands the game. He's just one that's this outstanding athlete. Does quite a bit of things here for Paragould High School, which is good. We want kids in multiple sports. On the defensive line, you're gonna see a lot of rotation there. Some of those guys that was on the offensive line are gonna have to help us out there. We don't have enough kids at the present time to go straight, just two platoons and stay that way all night. Right. Now, we're going to start 22 different kids. There'll be a set that start on defense. There'll be a set that start on offense. But some of those offensive starters will have to come over and give us some, at least 20, 25 reps in the ball game on defense to rest those guys up. And the defense will have to do the same thing.
The one thing, I had a chance to go out and watch a couple of the practices, and I think the fans and the alumni are going to be so enthusiastic about the passion that you guys have. And we talked a little bit about maybe trying to change the culture a little bit and get the kids believing. Hey, I think you had a great comment earlier. This is about everybody. This is about us. It's about in getting some enthusiasm among our alumni, among the students. We want the students there Friday night making some noise. And the teachers, everybody, we all got to come together. And that's the thing I've been most impressed with so far is you've really sort of ignited that. And I think there's a real sense of excitement. I think everybody's excited that it's this first game of the season, but it's a new era. And this is going to be a little unique because normally Greene County Tech has been in our league, but they have gone up a class this year. And so we're going to have to play them in a non-conference role, and it happens to be the opener. So talk a little bit about Greene County Tech and obviously the rivalry that's been well established. Brad's been involved with it. I was involved with it a long time ago. And just some thoughts about that and what you expect from our opponent Friday night. And they're coming off a really successful season last year. They went to the playoffs. I know they played Campton Fairview really well in a close game in that first round. So obviously we'll have our work cut out for us, but I know everybody's real excited. So some thoughts about the Eagles.
I tell you, well, first is what the community think of it. One of the things that I'm learning as we get closer and closer to kickoff, that anyone in Greene County, this ball game is bigger than Arkansas and Texas, Auburn and Alabama. I mean, it really is. And so we're starting to assist that down each day that we grow closer to kickoff. The butterflies are starting to stir, but there's positives and there's negatives. Yeah. The positive is you don't have to worry about your kids being ready to play the first ball game. Right. Crosstown rivalry. The feelings are mutual, and so our kids want an opportunity to win. Their kids the same way, and that is the good thing. That hey, we know we're gonna get great effort from those guys come Friday night. The negative thing is that one ball game does not define a season. Right. We're going to be ready to play, and we're going to give great effort. And, our expectation is to win the football game. But we will not be defined by this ball game. We have 10 ball games remaining. And I did not make a mistake there. We have 10 ball games remaining. And so what we want to continue to do is get better over the course of the season. But it is a great opportunity for us. They are a very good football team. They're well coached. The one defensive end that they have that really stands out, I believe it's number 9. I hope I got that number right. We want to show him the utmost respect. But they do some things that they're very solid and sound. And so that's a tribute, to their coaches. And it's going to be a battle. As you mentioned, they're a bigger school. They're moving up to a different classification. But hopefully when you get these two teams together, you throw out all of that and you line up and play. But I've been telling our team this week that the team that plays the hardest, make the fewest mistakes, going to win the football game. And if, we want an opportunity there in the fourth quarter to win the ball game. If we in that position as we head into the fourth quarter, I really feel good about our chances, and that's what we expect to be.
Well, I'll tell you, he's got me excited. I know you're excited. I think everybody can sense the excitement. So if you are here Friday night, 7 o'clock, Ram Stadium, be here. We want our side of the stands full. Brad and I are looking forward to doing the ball game. And so we will have an opportunity next week to talk a little bit about the Tech game and as we move on into the season. So, Coach, thanks for the time. It's been awesome.
Thank you, guys.
And
Thank you.
I hope everybody has a great week and come out and support the Rams on Friday night, 7 o'clock, Rams Stadium, and a season opener and a new era in Paragould football. Coach David Gunn. So, Coach, thanks, and go Rams.
Go Rams.
When it's on, and it's good to go.
way too good to you. You take my love for granted. I just don't understand it. No, I'm too good to you. I'm way too good to you. You take my love for granted. I just don't understand it.
Coming out and you hear back from and they're just sitting around there and smoking on not an empty
I'm way too good to you. You take my love for granted. I just don't understand it. No, I'm too good to you. I'm way too good to you. You take my love for granted. I just don't understand it.
Here in Paragould, we're your home for the best music.
Check. 1, 2.
Testing. Was that one? You ready? What? I'm Nelson McCaney, here with Jack Edwards. Jack, how do you think the game's going to go?
You know, I really think it's going to be a close game, but I have the Rams taking it here.
That's what I like to hear. Hey, go Rams.
On the headphone.
12 who wish to be on the field during the player run through, please go to the west gate right now. That's right down by the Paragould bench.
All right. All right. Just whenever you're ready. Are we good?
Good evening, Ram fans and guests, and welcome to Paragould High School's Ram Stadium.
Are we good?
Tonight, your Paragould Rams,
Okay.
under the new head
Tell me when
coach,
he's ready.
David Gunn, play host tonight to the Great County Tech Golden Eagles for the 2022 Battle for the Bell.
I'm guessing the camera's on us.
The starting offensive lineup for
Okay.
the Paragould Rams.
Okay. He just said start talking.
At
I don't
wide
know.
receiver number 2.
He just said start
A
talking.
6 foot,
He'll tell you. I don't know.
194-pound senior, Caleb Giles.
I'm with Lucas Hank here, football player for the Paragould Rams. Lucas, do y'all feel prepared for this game?
Yeah, we've worked hard all summer, waking up at 5:30 a.m. every day. Now I'm practicing really hard.
93-pound junior.
How do you think this game's going to turn out, Lucas?
I think it's going to end up in a W.
Paragould on top. Go Rams.
Also tied in, a 6 foot, 75-pound junior, number 7, Sam Hunt. At wide receiver, a 5'9", 164-pound junior, number 11, Nathan Whitinghair. At quarterback, a 6'1", 245-pound junior, number 14, Carter Balloon. At running back, a 5'10", 186-pound senior, number 37, Xavier on the O-line, a 6 foot, 246-pound sophomore, number 55, Lucas Harden.
probably keep it zoomed in about right there. Try that. Yeah, so that's what I want this camera to do. We just want to kind of follow the ball as it moves up and down the field. We're going to use this camera for kind of our up-close action shots, you know, real close to the play. This camera here is zoomed out a little bit. That way we've got a wide angle of the field. That's all.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to stand. Please stand and remove your hat and glasses for a moment of silence, followed by the pledge of allegiance to the American flag, located in the north end zone. Following the pledge, please remain standing for the presentation of colors, followed by the national anthem and both school alma maters. Please join us for a moment of silence. Please join us for the pledge of allegiance to the American flag. In the north end zone. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The national anthem will be performed this evening by the Paragould Marching Band under the leadership of Director Richie Williams. Our nation's colors are presented this evening by the Paragould High School and Green County Tech High School Junior ROTC Color Guards, Rifleman Cadet First Sergeant Jacob Osgood, American Flag Cadet Major Joseph Gonzalez, Arkansas Flag Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Orlando Oliver, the Army Flag Cadet Captain Brandon King, the Air Force Flag Cadet Technical Sergeant Brayton Carr, and Rifleman Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Macy Knoll. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the campus of Paragould High School in Rams Stadium. This is Jimmy Dodd Jr. along with Brad Hancock, and welcome to the high school football season 2022. And it is a new era in Paragould High School football. It is a splendid evening for football here at the campus of PHS. It's been a warm day, but skies are clear, and we are ready for the opening kickoff of the 22 campaign as our Paragould Rams entertain the Greene County Tech Golden Eagles in the Bell game that this year will be played in the opener due to the fact that Greene County Tech has gone up a class. And so this will be as a non-conference game. And it is a new era in Paragould High School football with our new head football coach, David Gunn, and Brad Hancock. It's an exciting evening. The people here are jazzed, and it's going to be a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah, we've got a good crowd here tonight, as we always do. These boys have been working hard for the past 3 or 4 weeks here, so we're anxious to see our product on the field early this season.
Coach David Gunn is in his first year here at Paragould. He has brought with him a number of new assistant coaches and a new attitude, a new enthusiasm, and I think a renewed passion for football here at Paragould High School. And you and I have had a chance to chat with him since he arrived back in the spring, and the one thing that has stood out to me is his dedication and his passion for the kids. And these kids, if those of you that are tuning in tonight don't know, have really worked hard in the preseason. And when I mean work hard, these kids have practiced it as early as 5 a.m.
Yeah, they've been here earlier than I want to be up practicing anything. But these kids have put the work in. They've bought into the system. We saw some good things in the scrimmage at Gosnell. And, I'm just excited to see, like you said, Coach Gunn brought an excellent staff. So you're going to see a lot of enthusiasm from those guys and a lot of coaching on this sideline.
Right now you're taking a look at the Paragould High School band on the field in the pregame activities. We have had the Pledge of Allegiance and the National Anthem. You see a pretty crowded group of Tech supporters across the way with the Tech band. And on the Paragould side, hey, it's as enthusiastic as I've seen in a long time. We've got a lot of kids here. You'll see a number of kids that are going to welcome the team onto the field for the first time this year. And it's an exciting evening. I'm really excited and looking forward to seeing the new version of the Paragould Rams. And we're going to have some kids that competed last year. We're going to have some new kids that are on the team this year that didn't play last year. And the one thing that I think you can count on is these guys are learning how to compete, and they're in really good physical condition. And obviously Greene County Tech is coming off a very successful season last year, Brad. They went to the state playoffs. Really could have won the first game against, if I remember, the first or second seed Camden Fairview down there. I watched that game, and it was a very, very competitive ball game. And so Greene County Tech is moving up a class this year, so their level of competition is going to go up. And I know Coach Gunn knows that Greene County Tech is very well coached, and that he's looking forward to the first game to see how his kids respond and kind of where they stand, I think.
Absolutely, and Coach Morgan's going into his 5th year. I know a few of those other guys over there, they're well coached, and that's evident by their success they've had the past couple years. So those guys are going to be ready to play, and Coach Gunn, his staff feel like has done a great job. So this is going to be fun to see here.
Let's talk a little bit about the Paragould offense, what we can expect tonight. I know we interviewed Coach Gunn, and some of you may have had an opportunity to watch that either on Facebook or on YouTube prior to the game tonight. And what are your thoughts about what we can expect to see offensively from the Rams?
Well, you're going to see they're calling it a multiple T offense. I don't really know. Gosnell, to be honest with you, it was pretty vanilla. They only ran 3 or 4 different plays, but you're going to see some option. You're going to see a new quarterback. You're going to see Carter Blue, quarterback who was H-back last year, a big kid. He's one of those, like Coach Gunn talked about, when you unload the bus, Carter Blue's one of the kids you want to send off first. A good-looking kid. The sooner he can settle into his position, his role, the more success we're going to have this year.
Carter's a really good-looking kid. He is 6'1", 245, so he's well-built, very physical young man, and will be the leader in the offense. And what do you think else we've got? I know that we've got Caleb Giles is a new player this year.
Yeah, and some of y'all have seen him on the basketball court. He looks the part in the football uniform. I can tell you that. So I don't know. I'm not sure about his experience playing football, but just from what I saw, he's got tremendous upside.
young man that was a really good performer for last year, and I think his year was cut short because of injury. Number 6, Caden Calhoun is back.
Yeah, we lost Calhoun first game of the year, and to be honest with you, he's a difference maker. I think we probably would have won a game, especially Forest City, if we had him. So big physical back. The key, if the offensive line could open holes, this kid's going to hit them full speed. So Green County Tech will be ready to tackle.
Caden comes in at 6'2", 195, really good athlete. He's got good speed, good balance, and I think he'll be a force offensively for us. Like I said, I think the key to the Paragould offense is going to be the stability of the offensive line and trying to open some holes for our backs and then avoid the turnovers.
Right.
I know last year we had some difficulty with key turnovers and really not only flipped the field a number of times but gave some quick scores to the opposition and made things a lot more difficult for us. And I know in talking with Coach Gunn, he wants to make sure that we take care of the football and do the things that we need to do and let everything else take care of itself. And I sense that he was a little anxious today, but I think he's very confident and that they've worked hard and that he feels like they're ready to play.
Yeah, and I had a moment to visit with Britt Rogers earlier today. He's the anchor of our offensive line, and let me tell you, he was confident today. He says we can block these guys. So if we can, get Calhoun on some big runs, watch out.
We'll talk a little bit about Green County Tech and what can we expect from their offense tonight.
You're not going to see any changes, I don't believe. Like I said, Coach Morgan's been here. It's his 5th year. Got Coach Gay back with him. They're going to run a lot of heavy dose of read option, spread, trips to one side and another receiver to the other, and they're going to hand that ball off into a zone read. And the quarterback's going to read that in, and sometimes he's going to hand off somebody, he's going to take it. So, and that will later set up kind of an RPO type game for them.
Last year they had a young man that was injured at quarterback early in the year that came back, I think, for the last game against us and in the playoffs, who was, I thought, outstanding.
Yeah.
Who could really throw the football, and they were good going deep with it, and they were successful in the playoffs, and obviously they hurt us last year with a deep ball. And don't know if they're going to have that same level of competency in the long pass game, but obviously Green County Tech, if you looked at them in the pregame, big kids, physical, and they have grown more confident, I think, over the last few years. So it's going to be a really good test to see where we are. And, again, this is not a conference game this year. So we've got 3 non-conference games. We'll be able to kind of see where we are before we go into league play. And this year in the 5A East, I believe we welcome Batesville Southside into the league that will replace Green County Tech. So that will be our new opponent in league this year. And so first things first, we're just about ready to have the teams enter the field as we've got about 7 minutes before kickoff here at Ram Stadium. We've got 2 captains for Paragould at the 50-yard line. And that is number 19, Henry Thompson. Henry was a stalwart for us last year. Henry is a 5'9", 190-pound senior. And number 79 is Britt Rogers, and you just alluded to Britt a few minutes ago. He is a 5'9", 285-pound senior.
Right, and you'll see Thompson on defense, linebacker, and he made a lot of tackles last year, so he's got a lot of game experience. I think he had a really good game against Batesville last year, so we look for Henry to have a good year.
You see a number of kids from the school district on the field. I don't remember seeing that many kids out there before. Do you?
No, this is a new tradition they're going to try to start, and they invited as many kids that wanted to come to line the tunnel and greet the team onto the field. So it's just really cool to see.
And a really good crowd on the home side tonight, as we would expect in the first game, and also it's against Green County Tech. But it's great to see the enthusiasm. A little more pep in the step here tonight than I remember last year.
Yeah, and there's negatives of that. Being the first game, it's hot. Nobody really knows what each other's going to do that much. But the positive of this is, like you said earlier, we're in different conferences. Before we play each other, we actually knocked each other out of a spot. So, the city of Paragould as a whole and the whole community, this is for bragging rights, the bell, and it's not going to hurt our conference aspirations.
I think one of the things as we wait for the teams to come out on the field that Coach Gunn has talked about is trying to instill a new level of confidence and teaching the kids how to win, and that's all about the preparation and the process. And we talked about how hard these kids have worked, not only in the preseason, but during the summer, lifting weights back in the spring. And, you know, like he said to us on Wednesday, it's just time to turn them loose and see where we are. And I've just been very impressed with the fact that our kids have responded so well to, you know, what has been really a difficult regimen. He's really put them through an intense series of workouts and preseason practices. And I think he was very complimentary of the senior class when we talked to him the other day about how these kids have really kind of come together and, you know, bonded together to help form the foundation of Coach Gunn's first year here.
Right.
And so it is going to be a lot of fun. And as we watch the captains meet at midfield now for the coin toss. We'll await the coin flip and determine who will have the first shot at the football tonight. Again, it's been a very warm evening. It's got some shadows on the field right now, but I don't know what the high was today. It had to be around 90 degrees.
Yeah, the heat index is close to 100.
Yes. So conditioning probably will play a role tonight, not only among the players but the officials. Talked to them before the game, said it's pretty warm out here. And we got the coin flipped in the air. And it looks like Greene County Tech may have won the toss. We'll see. And Greene County Tech did win the toss. They have elected to decline the option. They'll have the ball in the start of the second half, and Paragould will receive the opening kickoff. And we are just about ready to bring both squads out. Levi Compton for Greene County Tech, 44. One of the captains, as well as number 42, Caleb Garish. And I missed the third young man out there. Sorry about that. Now the Paragould fans on their feet. Fans lined down along the track.
Yeah, the bleachers are almost completely full on the home side.
And here come the 2022 Paragould Rams. We're going to build it up, aren't we?
Yeah, I was looking for the tunnel to start shaking. I think the whole team's loaded up in there right now. So.
Give a shout out to Zach for tonight's music on the public addresses system, which really added a lot, I think, to the pregame festivities.
I think they're waiting for Tech to take the field, and here they come.
Greene County Tech makes their way onto the field from the south end zone. as we await the Rams. And here they come. The Paragould Rams 2022.
Here come your Paragould Rams.
And it's great to have football season back,
Yeah.
everybody. It's been a long, hot summer. We got a little fireworks going in the air, and we're ready for some high school football. And the first game under new head coach David Gunn.
Yeah, and you're going to expect some butterflies here early, and that's one of my keys to tonight's game is who can settle in early. We've got a lot of kids playing new positions, so that's very important that they settle into their role and do their job.
Greene County Tech will kick off from north to south. Rams will receive. Back deep for Paragould will be number 2, Caleb Giles. We talked about him a little earlier. And number 23, Corbin Bailey. And you talk about a young man that's got a lot of heart.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Corbin has got it.
Corbin's going to be playing mostly on defense this year, but he played tailback when Calhoun went down last year, and he's going to get an opportunity to get the ball here, hopefully.
Ball is in the air, and the season is underway. And Corbin Bailey will take the opening kickoff. Well, we've got a whistle.
I don't see a flag on the field. It has to be encroachment.
Well, I kind of wonder if they kicked off a little too quick. I think the official wasn't quite ready for the set yet. A little anxious out there.
Well, we'll read it.
So no harm, no foul. Levi Compton, 44, in kicking position for the Eagles. We'll do it again. Now the season is underway. Here we go. Ball is retrieved by Bailey at the 15, Corbin the 20, 25. Cuts it up inside and will be dropped just outside the 30-yard line at about the 31-yard line. So the Rams will have pretty good field position on the opening possession for 2022.
Yeah, we'll take that. Good hard run by Bailey there.
They will spot the football, I believe, at the 32-yard line, where the Rams will have it first down and 10. Again, number 14, Carter Ballou, the Paragould quarterback.
Yeah, you're going to see some option out of this offense here, but we're new to this too, and uncertain exactly what kind of wrinkles and tricks Coach Gunn's got up his sleeve. So, but look for a heavy dose of run early.
37, Xavier Wynn in the backfield for Paragould next to Ballou. Official marks the ball ready for play, and here we go. First snap, hand the ball inside, nothing doing. Tex just hit the young man immediately, know where to go, and probably a loss of a yard there.
Yeah, there's a handoff to Calhoun, and that's what you'd expect. I know Tech was, they've got a key on him to stop him, so no surprise there.
Call it a loss of 1, make it second down and 11. Blue in the shotgun. Under center. Sorry. 3-step drop, looks to throw it, throws it across the middle, and it's intercepted by Tech. And it'll be returned back to the Paragould 32, 33-yard line.
Yeah, Brooks Reddick sitting back there at the linebacker spot and just basically reading Carter's eyes and picked that one there.
So Tech with an interception on the first possession for Paragould will have it first down and 10 at the Paragould 33-yard line. And I think you see a little nerves out there from the Paragould offense there.
Yeah, and Carter can throw a good ball, So once again, we talked about turnovers, how important it was to avoid that and put the defense in a tough spot. But I tell you what, in the scrimmage, this defense played some aggressive defense. So let's see what they do here.
Tech first down and 10 after the turnover by Paragould at the Paragould 33-yard line. We'll call it 32-yard line.
I think we have some clock issues with the play clock, maybe.
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
Number 6, Camden Farmer, the Greene County Tech quarterback, in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands the ball off, and Paragould does a great job of penetration and stops Tech for a loss behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and there you see Gunn emphasized everybody ganging up on the tackle and running to the ball. So we saw a lot of that in the scrimmage, and hopefully we can see that tonight.
McHenry Thompson in on that, among others, and the ball will be marked back outside the 35 at the 36-yard line. So a loss of close to 4 yards on first down. We'll call it second down, and we'll make it generous, 13.
And you've got to be able to defend that run right there because that's their bread and butter, that zone read handoff.
Second down, snap, inside run, and a little running room for the young man number 4, I believe, for Tech, and that is Atkins, Matthew Atkins, who will take it down to about the 30-yard line. And that is going to be a pickup of about 7. And it's going to bring it now 3rd down and 8 for Greene County Tech.
So what you might look for here, you may look for that same action because they might go for it on 4th in this area of the field, but we'll look for that same run action and maybe RPO pass out of that. So receivers to this side.
And I think we've got some more clock issues because the clock is stopped, Brad.
Yeah,
it should be running. So
I think they're having trouble resetting the play clock. Yeah, they're running it down.
So a little early season difficulty with the electronics. Now we're ready to go. 3rd down and 8 Tech.
Oh.
And I think Paragould a little too aggressive there. Let's see if they did throw the flag, and I believe they did, and that's going to be a free 5 yards for Greene County Tech.
Yeah, and that possibly changes your play call here too, because that makes it a more of a running down.
3rd and 3.
It looks like they're calling something different looking at the armbands here. So I would look for zone read and watch for the quarterback to fake that across and pull it, run to this wide side.
Farmer takes the snap, and it's fumbled in the backfield, and he falls on it for a loss. And that's going to be a big plus for Paragould as the ball is going to go back outside the 30 to about the 32-yard line, and that's going to make it 4th down and long.
Decision time here.
4th and 11. And you're sort of in no man's land here, and it wouldn't surprise me to see him go for it.
Yeah, and that actually looked like a pass. The running back went out into a route in the flat, so they looked like they had a pass dialed up there.
Nine minutes, 36 seconds left in the first quarter. Paragould turned it over on its opening possession. Tech now 4th down and 11.
We got trips to this right side and need to get out here.
Snap to the quarterback. We got a flag down, and let's see what this call is. And it's going to be offsides on Paragould. So Paragould's going to give another 5 yards up on a pre-snap penalty.
Yeah, and you know these guys are jacked up on that line, so you expect to see some of that, but you got to settle in there. That's why I was talking about the butterflies early.
Right. Well, again, you've got him in 4th and 11, and now you make it a much more manageable 4th down situation. So, again, the opportunity for the defense here to get the ball back and negate the turnover.
Oh, absolutely. Huge play here.
4th down, and I'm going to call it a long 6. Man in motion. Resets. Snap back. Roll out.
There you go.
Going to try to keep it. The ball is thrown, and it is caught. Boy, a nice job on the side down there by number 18 for Greene County Tech, who made the catch.
It really was.
That's Wes Jernigan. Kept his feet in bounds, and Tech converts the 4th down.
Yeah, and that pass thrown where nobody else could catch it but Wes.
Yep.
So that was a nice play.
So the penalty really does come back to bite Paragould a little bit as Tech does convert on the 4th down. So Tech will have it now inside the Paragould 10-yard line, 1st and goal, about the 8. Farmer takes the snap, toss sweep, outside. Paragould is in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
Good job.
Henry Thompson there,
Absolutely.
nice stop.
Henry Thompson looked like, was that McDaniel also 18 in there?
Yes.
And they're going to call that really no gain. So nice job by the Paragould defense.
And you see our coaches subbing early there because, it's a hot night, and we're going to have to rotate linemen out. Try to keep them as fresh as possible.
Second and goal from the Paragould 9. Farmer, the Tech quarterback, takes the snap. Reed inside, and nice job from Paragould.
Yeah.
That was a touchdown-saving tackle, it looked like, from here, and I'm not sure who made it.
Yes, it was.
But I believe it about the 6-yard line, and that was 6 points if that stop's not
Right.
made. So nice job by the Paragould defense, and again, they're making Tech earn this. It's going to be third and goal from the 6.
Yeah, defense got their backs against the wall here. So, third down, we got to see what we can do here. Play aggressive.
Snap. Quarterback's going to keep it. Goes around the left side, and he will score.
Yeah, keeper all the way.
So they got us outflanked that time, and the quarterback, number 6, Farmer, takes it in from 6 yards out. And the Eagles, with the opening score of the contest, lead at 6-0 with 7:32 to go in the opening quarter.
Yeah, Tech's offensive line, they've got nice size and some experience coming back. So, expect them a heavy dose of run. I mean, that was fairly effective there.
Extra point. Ball is down. The kick is up. And it's a knuckleball, but it goes through. So Greene County Tech adds the extra point, and they lead by a score of 7-0 with 7:32 to go in the opening quarter. And Brad, Paragould made Tech earn it, but again, those penalties, a couple of offsides penalties that really aided the Tech cause there.
Yeah, and the turnover gave them great field position, put the defense back against the wall early. So, they made them earn everything they got there. So let's see what we can do here on offense, and we at least get a good long drive going here.
Sun's starting to go down a little bit. I think all the fans are happy with that. So again, to return for Paragould, number 2, Caleb Giles, along with Corbin Bailey.
Yeah, with it being so hot tonight, it's, really, really important that the offense can sustain drives and give the defense a break because those guys are going to have to play physical all night.
Ball is in the air. It's a line drive kick. Corbin Bailey will catch it on about the 15, back up to 20, 25, up the middle of the field. He'll take it back out to just over the 30-yard line. And so Paragould, again, will start first down and 10 from their own 31-yard line. And I think it's going to be interesting to see what the approach is for Paragould after the interception. And
right.
See what the play calling.
Well, I can't imagine what's going through Carter Blue's head right now. He's never played quarterback.
Yep.
And he's first game of the season, new staff, half the town's here, rival game, and you're starting under center. So, like I said earlier, the quicker he can settle down, the better off we will be.
Carter is under center. First down, Paragould. And he's going to keep it, and he's got some yardage. Nice job on the quarterback keeper. Takes that over the 35 to about the 37-yard line, and there's that size.
Yeah, Carter's a load, and once he gets going downhill, you're going to have to pack a lunch, tackle that boy.
So a nice pickup on first down.
Now this opens up your playbook when you can get that kind of yardage on first down.
Yep. Gain of 6 on first down. We'll call it second down and 4 for the Rams. Inside handoff.
Nice.
There's running room, and it's well blocked, and that's Calhoun who takes it to midfield.
Yeah, Calhoun. That kid hits the line of scrimmage at full speed. He's a touchdown waiting to happen. And, that was Giles on that carry.
Well, Brad, one thing, that was a pretty well blocked play.
It
There
was.
There was a good lane there for the running back, and he hit the hole well, and that's a good pickup for a first down out to midfield. First down for the Rams. See if we can keep the momentum going. Blue under center, hands it
Nice.
inside, and that is number 37, Xavier Wynn, on the carry, and that'll pick up some good yardage.
Nice hole there, and in this offense, you'll see a lot of linemen double team blocks, and depending on where the balls ran, and so you'll see some penetration on the backside, and it'll kind of fool you that they're getting penetration, but it's by design. The holes on this side where the ball's going.
Football on the 47-yard line. We'll call it a gain of a little more than 3. We'll call it second down and 7. Blue, step, throw, out pattern, caught, but bobbled, and that really gave the defense a chance to respond, as that was Caleb Giles.
So the ball's loose here, but I don't know
Well,
if it's incomplete pass or not.
Well, let's see.
Tech claims they've got the ball.
And they do. Wow. I thought that play was maybe done with, but it was not. And that is another turnover. And so Greene County Tech will have it 1st and 10 at the Paragould 43-yard line. So Rams struggling a little bit with the pass game here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, run game looks good. So, but you've got to mix it up to keep those guys honest. So, but you hate to see those turnovers.
Well, we talked about it before the game. That's the one thing that really was a bugaboo last year and really has set Tech up. This is the second time they'll start on Paragould's end of the field plus territory, and 5:49 to go in the first quarter. Defense really needs to make a stand right here.
They really do.
Snap back to Farmer. They're going to throw it, and they're going deep. And the ball is underthrown. And that
Nice.
pass really never had a chance.
Yeah, we had pretty good coverage out there on him too. So
Yep. That really had no chance. That we had a man in good defensive position there, and the pass was well underthrown. So it'll be second down and 10 at the Paragould 38-yard line. Or excuse me, I'm sorry, the 43-yard line.
So obviously, like you know, from last year, they still, by their game calls, you can still believe they can throw the ball here. So
Officials call timeout. I don't know if we had another clock issue or
I don't know yet.
what.
I want to say it's the play clock. It's running again.
I think you're correct.
Here you go.
And we're ready to play football again. Snap. Hand the ball off inside, and that's Akins, I believe. And a pretty good gain, but it will be short of the 35-yard line of Paragould. I'll mark it at the 36, and that is going to bring up a third down and about 3.
Yeah, just your basic inside zone run there, and that's their main staple.
.36-yard line, third down and 3. 4:54 to play in the first quarter. Tech up 7-0. Farmer gets the snap. Another inside handoff to Akins, and that
Nice
time
tackle.
the Rams do a nice job and stop that cold.
Nice tackle. And, that's one thing they've emphasized, and so far so good. We've seen a lot of game tackling. So these boys are seeing the ball and getting there.
And that's going to bring up a fourth down after a loss of 2 and make it 4th and 5. And so the one thing you first come to mind is make sure you don't jump off sides here.
That's right.
Don't give them a cheap one. Because the Eagles are going to go for it on 4th and 5.
Yeah, and I think you're right. Look for a hard count potentially here to start this play.
So we got 4 wideouts. 2 on either side. Snap. Quarterback rolls out, looks to keep
Ran
it.
all the way.
And a good tackle, but I don't know. Let's
Really
see, it's close, and I think he might have gotten it. I think his forward lean got him the first down. It was close.
Yeah, it was really close.
And let's see. And it's a first down. Barely, but he did get it. Nothing fancy. They're just a quarterback keeper around the left end, and Paragould did a pretty good job of making the stop.
Basically the same exact play you saw him score the touchdown on.
Yep. All at the 33-yard line now, and he didn't make it by much.
No.
It was they had to make a. They didn't bring the chains out, but they made a good hard look at it. So 3:43 to play in the opening quarter. Tech continues the drive. Paragould's turned it over twice here in the first quarter.
Loaded backfield here with 2 H-backs.
Yep. Snap, quarterback keeper right up the middle, and twisting and turning, and a pretty good stop by Paragould, and that's going to be a pickup of 3 or 4 yards. They will spot the football inside the 30 at the 29-yard line, so actually they're going to wind up giving him the better part of 4 yards.
Yeah, the number 6's helmet came off, so I don't know. Does he have to?
I think he has to come out of play.
Yeah, he has to come out of play. So
here's
back at QB2 here. Number 12, Kyson Goodman.
Goodman gets the snap. Handoff inside, and Rams wrap him up pretty good. Pretty good gang tackling there, and short gain again.
Yeah, that was a nice job coming up and help. They brought in QB2 there, so you could probably anticipate something pretty vanilla.
Ball's going to be marked at the 27-yard line, and this is going to bring up 3rd down and 5.
Same formation here. They're putting 2 H-backs up front, so another
stoppage in play. The officials move in.
Maybe just because of the fire department here. I don't know. No, the game clock still. It's not reset to 25 seconds.
Yeah, and it wouldn't surprise me if they just wind up turning that thing off.
Yeah.
Because it's really become more of a nuisance than a help for either team. And what's happening for those of you at home that may not watch this, it looks like the 25-second clock's going over 31 seconds, and then that's got everything completely messed up. And it wouldn't surprise me here in a minute if they just turn that off.
Yeah, so they can keep that on the field and signal the quarterback, and that may be the best thing to do because it's going to mess up your rhythm.
Now the clock is ready for play. Call it 3rd down and 4.
Now, Farmer back in at quarterback, and he's signaling out to this receiver on this wide side.
Gets the snap, handoff, and Paragould does a
stop.
good job right at the line.
Nice.
Who was that, Brad?
Oh, it was a host of guys.
Yes.
37 there. I saw him in there, Xavier Wynn.
Wynn.
He had a couple. I think Henry Thompson was in on that too. So linebackers were Coach Gunn's very complimentary of his linebackers, so they might be playmakers, and we've seen that tonight so far.
Brad, here comes another 4th down. This is going to be 4th and 4.
This is like, the 3rd or 4th down we forced?
Yes.
Unfortunately, it's been on our side of the field.
Right.
But we've made them earn it.
But here's an opportunity to really switch the momentum of the game.
It
It's 7-0, 4th down. Get the ball back, and it's a different ball game. Let's see if we can make a good stop.
Anytime they've needed it, they go to QB run. So let's see. He's going to throw.
Going to throw it.
Get there.
Get
there.
Pocket,
get there.
And it is thrown in the end zone, and it is.
Nice play.
That's just a great defensive play, and Paragould will take over on down.
Corbin Bailey, man defense all the way down the sideline and was there for the ball. Great job.
Great job by Corbin. That ball looked like it might have been out of the back of the end zone, but no matter. He was in great position.
He was. That's something we saw in the scrimmage. Our corners played and safeties played aggressive coverage and we're looking for the ball, doing all the things right. So they've been coached well, you can tell.
Great play by Corbin. Way to go, Corbin. That was a big play.
Yeah.
And just like I said, hey, the whole demeanor changes.
It does.
Instead, now you're not down 14-0. Tech's had 2 good opportunities. The defense has risen to the occasion. We've got 1:22 left to go in the first quarter, and we had a couple of positive offensive plays on that last drive. Let's just see if we can kind of get some momentum and,
Right.
and build on some successful offensive plays.
And like I said in the pregame, I talked to some of these linemen, and we've seen that. They feel like they can block and we can run the ball. So you hate to be one-dimensional, but that's what's working for us so far.
Carter Blue again, the Paragould quarterback on 1st down and 10 for Paragould after the turnover on downs.
There you
Carter's
go.
going to keep
keeper.
it. Carter turns it up, and he's going to be hog-tied, but he will pick up some
Nice
yardage
game.
on 1st down.
Tuck that ball, Carter Blue.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, if I'm out here at the corner, I'm not too happy about having to tackle him when I see him coming around the end there.
He is a big young man. Pick up a 5-6 yards on 1st down, so ball's out to the 33-yard line. So
I stay with the run. I absolutely stay with the run.
I think we will. 2nd down.
Oh,
And this
triple.
time that looked like a little bit of a bust, and Carter's going to be sacked in the backfield as Tech had great penetration, and that play never had a chance.
Yeah, he faked the handoff there and was going to bootleg out to the right and kind of got tripped up on his own feet there. But yeah, that really just was all on him there.
So the ball marked back to the 27-yard line, and that's going to be resulting now in 3rd down and 10 for Paragould.
3rd and long.
So let's see what Coach Gunn decides to do on 3rd and 10.
Yeah, we've seen him try to throw like a little receiver out here in the flats, and I'm curious if we have any kind of screen game or anything here.
Well, that is going to bring the first quarter to
Okay.
an end. And so we've played one here at Rams Stadium, and Greene County Tech has a 7-0 lead. And I think you got to credit our defense.
Absolutely.
Who was put in really some tough positions there and gave up 7 but could have given up more.
Yeah, I like what I see from the defense. They are really they've been coached to be aggressive, and the corners are playing good coverage. We've done well stopping the run too.
So I think early assessment is I see improvement. I think the offense just needs to get a little settled down. You said it well a little bit earlier. Needs to settle down a little bit. We
Yeah.
can make some plays. And obviously the difference in the game right now is the 2 Paragould turnovers in the first quarter led to the only score of the game for Tech, 7-0. But they had to earn that too. So again, the defense has really come to play tonight, and you see sort of a new aggressiveness out there.
You do,
The
absolutely.
kids are playing hard.
Yeah, there was huge emphasis on that in the preseason. But as far as the Butterflies, that's where you're going to see this team improve, I believe, every game, because you got so many kids playing new positions. You got kids who didn't play last year, came back out. So it's going to take a little while for those guys to find their footing.
Again, want to compliment the crowd. Let's look around. It is really one of the larger
It is.
crowds I've seen here
Absolutely
around the whole field.
Yeah, standing room only on the home side.
Got Athletic Director Mike Chipman up here, who's well hydrated.
Mike has been a busy man this week. He's
Yes,
done
he
just
has.
about everything a man could possibly do to get ready for
I
this.
tell you, he's got a golf cart that only a PGA Pro would love to have, doesn't he? 3rd down, Blue. Keeps it, turns it up, and will pick up several yards. It's going to be short of the 1st down, but it's still a safe play.
Yeah, a little fake the handoff there to Calhoun and tried to keep it around the end.
Carter will pick up about 4 yards on 3rd down, but that will bring up 4th down and 6. And Paragould will punt the football away.
We'd really like to see a good punt here to turn this field position, because so far our field position's been all in Greene County Tech's favor.
Mm-hmm.
And, the main reason they've got 7 points and we don't.
Snap, punt. It's a low line drive punt that will hit, scoop on the
Good
turf,
bounce. Get
retrieve
there.
back at about the 25-yard line.
Good.
Paragould does a good job of getting him turned in, but boy, there's a knee down finally. But
Yeah,
a
that
good-
young man twisted and turned and earned those 5 or 7 yards at the end.
That was a pretty solid return. I believe that's Tyson Cartwright, number 1 for GCT, who returns the punt. back to the GCT 39-yard line where the Eagles will have it first down and 10 as we have 11 minutes left to play in the first half. And again, Tech leads Paragould 7-0.
Yeah, the defense has to feel pretty good about themselves. Even though they've given up a touchdown, they've really been put in a tough spot here. So a little bit more breathing room on this drive, and let's see if we can get them stopped early.
See if maybe we can force a turnover here. Ball marked, ready for play. First down and 10 for Greene County Tech. And Paragould jumps off sides again. So, again, Paragould a little anxious there, and that's going to be the third time.
Yeah, that was hard counting all the way there. They've seen us antsy on the line and called the hard count.
Yep.
So you get an easy 5.
So first down and 5 now for the Eagles. Guarantee you that'll be a point of emphasis next week for improvement.
You want to play aggressive, but you also have to be restrained and
a controlled aggression.
Mm-hmm, that's right.
Toss sweep to the right side, turns it up. Pretty good running room for Greene County Tech. That's going to be a first down out over midfield and into Paragould territory down to the 48-yard line. I didn't pick up that number.
Caleb Garish, there's a toss sweep to the right, and the young man was pretty patient, waited for his hole to open up, and then went upfield.
Ball on the 48. First down and 10 for GCT. Farmer takes the snap. It's a high snap.
There's our turnover.
On the ground, and let's see. It's still there, and I think Paragould had a chance, and they do have it.
Yeah. I think I saw 34 on the ball.
Oh, that's the turnover we just talked about.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's Xander Hinkle who changed numbers on our roster, but we've got it here corrected. But yeah, so that's what we're talking about. Now you got great field position. Let's see what the offense can do.
Ball's going to be at the 43-yard line. It looked like the Tech quarterback had a chance to get back on it, but he couldn't quite grab it, and Paragould was right on top of it.
We had so many guys there. I mean, he was trying to get the ball, and we had 3 or 4 trying to get it too, and luckily came up with that.
Hey, a huge turning point in the game. This has been really – Tech's had everything go their way so far, and this is only a 7-0 game, and if Paragould could respond with a score here, well, what would that do for the team confidence?
Oh.
First down, Ballou's going to throw, drops down, and he's going to be sacked.
Just hang on the ball.
And I looked downfield, and he really had nobody open.
Yeah, you could tell he was holding it. And Carter will learn there, start that mental clock and try to get upfield for what he could get.
Yep.
But, yeah, going back to that turnover, that's what the aggressive defense gets you. Our turnovers is a product of playing aggressively. So I'd like to see that same mentality on the offensive side running the ball here because I think we can run the ball.
10 minutes to play in the first half. That last play was a loss of 7 yards, so that's going to bring up second down and 17. Ball at midfield. Ballou, delayed handoff up the middle. I believe that's Xavier Wynn, and Xavier pushes the pile forward significantly. Wow, what a great push.
Great effort. Yeah, so almost like a halfback draw, basically, right up the middle.
But I tell you what, that was a physical play by Paragould.
Really was.
That ball's all the way down to the 40-yard line, so that's a pickup of 10. And that makes it 3rd and 7.
And that tells me the line's blocking. Now, you don't get that kind of push without the line moving some people. So that was a great run by that young man.
Determined. Very physical run. Impressive. 3rd down and 7 for Paragould. Ball at the Tech 40. Ballou drops back. 3-step drop.
Nice.
Fires it out complete.
Let's go. Get upfield.
And, it's a good stop by Greene County Tech. As the ball was caught. It was a nice throw and catch by Paragould as number 88 for Paragould, Michael. That's that Eskinder Michael caught it.
Yeah, and the more there's your first completion for Carter, the more of those he can get, his confidence will grow. So he's got to see those receivers bring that ball down. And, it's 4th down here, but it's a very, very makeable 4th.
4th down and 1. Ball at the 34-yard line. That was a nice throw and catch.
It really was. Carter throws a pretty ball.
Big opportunity for Paragould. Let's see what we do. 4th and 1. Blue.
Oh,
and ball's on the ground, and it is picked up, and it's not going to be a first down, and Paragould's going to turn it over, and missed opportunity there.
Yeah, a little bobble there of the ball, and, looked like we might have had that block there on that far end.
Yep. So Tech will have it first down and 10 after the Paragould turnover. Tell you what, I'm going to go back to that last play on that receiver. The young man for Tech made a really nice play on a one-on-one tackle out here, because if he doesn't make that tackle, that's a touchdown.
Absolutely, yeah. And that's what that play's designed to do. But the young man I heard that corner spot did a great job.
So first down and 10 for Tech. Snap back. Here comes a little screen pass, inside tunnel play, and let's see. Young man breaks free, and he's got a lot of running room. And he's got the 35-30, 25-20, and he will take it to the house.
Yep, tunnel screen to the right, and they had that line of blockers set up, so once he can clear and get it behind that line, it's just turn on the jets.
Pretty play by Tech, and young man made a great run. I'm going to give him credit. The number, was that 16?
I thought it was 15, Brooks
15?
Reddick.
Okay. Took it the distance. I thought Paragould had several chances, but he switched
once they got behind that, they had that line, that tunnel screen, they had that line of blockers set up, and all he had to do was get on the other side of those, and he had a home free run there.
Extra point is up, and it is good. So 7:58 to play in the first half. Tech takes a 14-0 lead. And it's been Paragould turnovers, and a big play for Greene County Tech offense has resulted in the 14 points. And, again, you can see glimpses of some opportunities for Paragould. But, again, that was a big play that Tech hit on us and switched the momentum back in their favor.
Yeah, screens is something you'll see set up when the defense is playing aggressively, especially with the linebackers. So, that was a good play call by the Greene County Tech coaches there. So, like to see a good return here and punch one in the end zone for the half.
$7:58 to play. Paragould really needs to have something good happen on offense here because, again, this has been a pretty competitive first half.
It really has. I tell you, Corbin Bailey, that kid has potential to break one here because he gives it all he's got when he catches this ball.
Again, you sense that Paragould needs something good to happen here. You sense that last play kind of took a little bit out of the bump in this or pep in the step. So, again, Paragould needs to understand we really are still in this football game and we're competing well.
I think they had too many guys beyond 5 yards behind the kicker. I'm not sure.
They did, and that's going to penalize them 5 yards.
The kicker can be beyond 5 yards, but they had a couple other guys back that deep, and I don't think you can do that.
You can. I think that's called illegal procedure.
Yeah, they're getting lined up inside that 5 yard line now. Because I thought at first I was sitting there thinking onside because they're kind of a strange looking formation. But, yeah, they're lined up now inside 5.
See if Paragould can take advantage of that. Line drive kick. Going to go back to Bailey. He'll pick it up. 30. Turns it up, 35.
There we go.
And makes a man miss and takes it out to the 40-yard line. So good field position, a nice return by Corbin.
Corbin twists and turns, and he's hard to bring down. He's lower center of gravity kid, solidly built, and a hard runner.
Okay, 7:50 to play, first half. Rams 1st and 10 on our own 40-yard line.
Yeah, it's really important here that we at least establish a drive and maintain possession here. Defense has played well. Offense has done some good things. We have to sustain one.
Ballou, the Paragould quarterback. First down and 10 for the Rams, the 40. And he keeps it in. There's just not much air, and the ball's on the ground again. And Tech has got, and boy, that's just a killer. I mean, that we talked about turnovers in the first before the game, and that's 3 in the first half.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Tech will have it again inside the Paragould 40-yard line.
The play was away, and it was a fake handoff to Calhoun. I don't know if there was some miscommunication where there was a keep or a give. I didn't see what happened, but ball came loose and Tech recovered.
So, again, the defense is going to be put to the test here. And I believe Paragould is going to call timeout, and I kind of like that timeout.
Yeah, I do too.
They kind of need to regroup a little bit here, and coaches are going to talk to the defense.
Yeah, there's no reason to take those into halftime with you. Let them get a breather, get a drink of water, and coach them up a little bit here because this is a critical drive.
Yeah, it really is, Brad. And, again, I think you can see that the Rams, if you look at the first half to date here, have played so hard on defense, but they've just been in such a disadvantageous position that, they've given up 14, could have given up more.
Right.
And I think what the coaches are talking to these guys about now, this is a critical point, and it's a teaching time for Coach Gunn. Hey, we're still in this football game. We need to make sure we can't worry about what's already happened, but we can stop these guys, keep it at 14-0, make something happen before the end of the half, and you're still in the game.
Yeah. And you saw when we had them, and we had decent field position on defense, we created a turnover.
Yep.
When you give them a short field, it's it really puts you in a bad spot.
Well, we will see if our defense can rise to the challenge once again.
Question here is what will Tech be satisfied with trying to run the ball and run some clock here? Or are they going to try to score quickly?
I would say they have their full playbook open. And in motion, snap, hand the ball inside, and a pretty good gain on first down to about the 35-yard line, pickup of about 4 by Akins. Xavier went on the stop for Paragould, number 37. Second down and 5 for GCT.
Change of play.
Yep, looking over to the sideline. Hand the ball left inside. Akins again. Nice job. And that is Calhoun, number 6, with a nice stick right in the hole.
That's how you play it. And like Coach Gunn said, he's trying to play guys on one side or the other, but occasionally he'll mix guys in. So you see Calhoun come in and play for defense and make a nice play.
We'll call that no gain, and it's going to bring up third down and a long 5 for Tech. So another opportunity for the Paragould defense here.
So far, Tech's offense is, well, here we go 4 wide here.
Snap. Throwing a pass. Paragould's got a chance on the rush from behind on the bot side. Can't quite get there. And it is caught. Nice throw and catch, and that's going to advance the ball all the way down to the Paragould 10-yard line.
Yeah, good comeback route there. Quarterback was scrambling a little bit, and so he had, I believe, number 20 come back to him there and got open on the sideline.
Paragould just a step away from making the play, but nice play by the Tech quarterback.
Yeah, we had him covered early, and so the quarterback had to scramble and buy him a little bit of time, and that's good communication between him and the receiver. And the receiver knows that and can come back to him.
So Tech will have it. Actually, it's going to be marked at the 13-yard line. So first down and 10 for Tech. Farmer hands the ball, left side, inside. Run Calhoun makes the stop again after about a 3-yard pickup for Tech. Aiken again carries for Greene County Tech.
Yeah, they're just running behind that big offensive line. That's a zone read, but it's really a power run.
5:15 to play, clock running in the first half. 2nd down and 7. Farmer takes the snap, looks to throw, throws it on the out pattern. It's complete, and
Nice
Paragould
job.
reacts very
Flag.
well, and that pass will result really in no gain.
Flag on the far side, but I don't know if it was a hold on us. Yeah, maybe offensive holding.
Flag on the far side.
Looked like they're talking to Tech side. Oh.
I believe it's going to be a hold against Tech.
Yeah, the ref was signaling to the Tech coaches.
I don't know why he was signaling to the Tech coaches, but
So,
he was.
I was confused who it was on, but offensive hold there. So back them up. Yeah, Tech coaches were like, we don't want it.
Paragould elects to take the penalty, so they'll move Tech back 10 yards and mark it at the 20. So this will be 2nd down and 16. Snap, end around run, cut up inside, and nice
stick.
job.
Him help.
Oh, wow, what an outstanding play by Paragould's number 27. That's Lane Holden.
Yeah, that fly sweep, they'd run it earlier and faked it. They gave it to him there, and good job by that man to hold outside contain because that's his job, and he did his job and made
Perfectly.
a great tackle.
No gain on the play, 3rd down and 16.
Very nice.
And again, another opportunity for the Paragould defense here.
And that's sound coaching. I mean, let me tell you, that's what that kid is coached to do because it's difficult to sit there and watch all that motion and you want to go flying inside and the next thing you know the ball's coming out on the perimeter.
So 3rd down, ball is at the Paragould 20. Farmer gets the snap, rolls out, looks to throw, got a flag down, and he's going to throw it, and it is going to be incomplete out of bounds. Now let's see what the flag is.
It's got to be another hold offensively. Yeah.
It is, another hold, and that's got an opportunity to move back 10 more.
So they're what you're seeing is aggressiveness by the defensive lineman. When you get held, that means they're having trouble blocking you. So great job to those guys up front. That's 2 holding calls on this series.
Hey, in critical situations, because, again,
Absolutely.
Tech had the football down there at the 10-yard line. The defense is not quit at all. And, I mean, they've really made Tech, forced them into 2 holding calls, and this pushes the football all the way back out to the 34-yard line. And that's going to make it now 3rd down and really about 30.
Yeah, and these guys, I mean, the defense is gaining confidence. You can see they're really playing aggressively. I love to see it. So, right here, this is a bag of tricks situation right here. So, anything.
Yeah, you want to make sure we don't get beat deep here.
Oh, yep.
Safeties need to be aware.
We're pretty deep. Got 2 deep safeties right now.
And Farmer's going to
roll
out. Looks like he's going to keep it. And
Stall it
good
away.
pressure defense by Paragould.
Nice.
And pass is going to go out of bounds, incomplete. Nice job by the Paragould rush that time. And it's going to bring up 4th down and a long way.
Yeah, Xavier Wynn just strung that out with the quarterback. And once he saw that he was indecisive, he came in and made a nice tackle and forced him to throw it away.
So let's see what Tech elects to do on 4th down and 30. There's a couple of things they could do. They could go for it, or they could try to punt Paragould deep with 3:25 left in the half and force Paragould to
Yeah, I mean, if it were me, the conservative thing here is a quick kick by the quarterback, but don't look for that in a crosstown game. I would look for a deep ball.
Yep. Tech's going to go for it. Farmer gets the snap straight back. Is going to throw it across the middle. It's complete, and Paragould
ball's
on
out.
the ground,
Ball's out.
and Paragould has it.
But it doesn't really matter. You'd rather that be incomplete.
Yeah. They're
Nice
going
play.
to call it incomplete.
Good. That's our advantage.
Yeah, it is. So the back judge called that pass incomplete.
Great series by the defense.
Hey.
Great series.
Let's make a point here. This is really something that we didn't see last year. I mean, this was an opportunity for the defense to make a critical stop here late in the first half, keep this game within reason here. And Paragould just needs one good play to happen on offense, and all of a sudden you're looking at a 14-7 game.
Right, and the opportunity, plenty of time to score here, and plenty of time to score and leave them no time. So,
yep.
We're sitting in a pretty good situation here and still in this ball game.
Hats off to the defense. So Carter Ballou brings the offense back out on the field. It will be 1st down and 10 for Paragould at their own 34-yard line. Inside handoff, and there's some running room out to the 40-yard line.
Calhoun right up the middle.
Yep. And you've said this a couple of times. That's where we've had some success.
We have. We're blocking well up front, and, I got a back like that back there, I'm feeding him. I'm feeding him the ball.
Gain of 6 on 1st down, 2nd and 4. Ballou has the Rams on the line of scrimmage. Inside handoff.
Oh, ball's out.
And no, it is. And there's another turnover.
Yeah, we're having trouble with handoffs. I mean, it appears, I don't know. Once again, I missed that. It was right at the line, and the back was turned to me. I couldn't see, but the ball come flying out. So I don't know if it's
Tech
miscommunication.
recovered it, at midfield. So
because that could very well be an option there where Carter's got the option to hand it or keep it, and, you got to be decisive on that.
So the Rams, unfortunately, turn it over once again. And it's going to be up to the defense to save the day again here before the end of the first half with 2:33 to play in the first half. And Tech will have the ball at midfield. High snap, but it's brought down. Handoff inside. There's a gain of 5. Counted off at about 8 on 1st down.
Yeah, good run there. I think it's Garish.
Yep, 42 Garish. Ball at the 42-yard line.
Tech has 3 timeouts left. You get down 2 minutes, see what they want to do here.
Snap. Here comes another run. This is to the 40, to the 35. Cuts it across to the inside the 35. There's a flag down.
Yep.
And this might benefit Paragould here.
Yeah, it was thrown kind of in an odd spot there, but we'll see what this call is. Garish is a real patient runner. There's another hold call.
Another hold call. We'll push Tech back.
Garish gets the ball, and he sort of tiptoes in and out till it weaves, so he finds a hole to turn it north and south. But he's a patient runner, and it's been effective.
Well, again, it was a good run for Tech, but the holding call will push them back into their own end of the field, back to the 45-yard line, and that's what the 3rd or 4th holding penalty that GCT has had here in the first half. Clock shows 1:54 to play before halftime.
So that may the field position here may change their strategy a little bit. Let's see what they do here. 2nd and long.
2nd and 15 for GCT. Snap is back. Hand the ball off. And around the right side. And it's a good pickup, but a good tackle for Paragould, as that's going to be well short of the 1st down, even though it's over midfield. Ball marked down at about the Paragould 46-yard line, and let's call that now 3rd down and 6 after a 9-yard pickup.
Yeah, that snap was a little high on the quarterback there, so let's see. That could be something to look for here, possible turnover.
Snap back to Farmer. Toss sweep. And Paragould responds well, and that's going to be short of the 1st down, and it's going to be marked at about the 41-yard line, and that's going to wind up bringing up 4th down and 1 for Tech, as the clock is still moving down at 1 minute left to play in the first half.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't use their timeouts, honestly.
I agree. But big play here. Rams D needs to stiffen up, see if we can prevent another 1st down.
Yeah.
And Tech with a quarterback keeper will have the 1st down, but again, a pretty good stick by Paragould defensively.
And there's your timeout.
There's your timeout, and the ball's down at the 35-yard line. So Tech will have 41 seconds with the football at the Paragould 35-yard line.
Yeah, and when you don't take those timeouts earlier, now you put yourself in position to probably more likely have to throw the ball to score.
Yes. But again, as we have a timeout here, Brad, the first half you look at, obviously Paragould has struggled offensively, and I think you can tell that the young men that just have not got a lot of experience on the offensive side of the ball have struggled a little bit, but you can see glimpses of opportunities.
Oh, yeah.
With some good runs up the middle and all that. Obviously, you can't turn the ball over as many times as we have, but the defense, I think, has really performed well given the circumstances. And, again, we said this earlier, there's an opportunity here. If you can keep this a 14-0 game going into halftime, you've still got an opportunity. The ball game is not over.
Yeah,
and it's a much different game at 21-0 than 14-0.
That's right. And, I mean, everything I'm seeing is self-inflicted.
Yep.
I mean, the things that are happening are our mistakes. So it's not anything really that Greene County Tech's doing particularly. It's just, the turnovers are just, handoffs issue or something there.
Officials are just about ready to mark this thing ready for play.
The positive of that is those are things that can be cleaned up fairly easily. So, if you got the line to block and the runner to run, we can fix some of those things like that.
Quarterback snap. There's a run around there. I'm surprised they're running it, but it is another run,
Yeah,
and that's going to be well played by Paragould after a relatively short pickup.
They got out of bounds there, I think, on that side.
He did. Knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, I'm surprised on the runs, but anyway.
Corbin Bailey with another good tackle. Ball's going to be at the 32-yard line, so a short pickup of only 3, and at this point, Paragould will give Tech 3 yards on every play. With 32 seconds left to play in the first half.
Yeah, Corbin's a junior. He played quite a bit last year as a sophomore, and I think that young man's found his home on defense. He's done some really good things tonight.
Again, we're struggling with the clock as it's 33-32 on the 25-second clock. I wish they just turned that thing off.
Me too.
All right, ball marked, ready for play. 32 seconds. See if Tech goes to the air here. Here comes a trick play. Reverse back to this side.
Stay sound here outside.
And good run. Paragould gets outflanked a little bit, but does recover pretty well, and they keep the ball in bounds after the tackle. And Tech's going to call another timeout. The ball will be marked down to about the 20-yard line, I believe.
Yeah, we had a guy on this side. He took one step inside, and that was the difference on that play working or not.
Yep. Timeout GCT, that's their second timeout. That will leave them with 1. And we're down to 21 seconds left to play in the half. So I really don't know if Tech has a field goal kicker or not.
I don't know. I mean, they had a kid out there warming up, I saw. Diego Ramirez. Looked like he's a sophomore, so.
Well, I would not say, based on the extra points, that they would have somebody that could kick it from here.
That far.
But again, Paragould with an opportunity here. The coaches are saying, hey, guys, play this 21 seconds really hard. Keep these guys out of the end zone, and we can regroup in here in the locker room a little bit.
It's really important to keep them out because they get the ball to begin second half.
Right.
So it'll be back-to-back possessions by them, and it's just really important right here to get them stopped.
Again, kudos to the Paragould crowd. I mean, it was a great turnout tonight. I can't remember seeing this many people out at a football game, even though it's a Tech game in a while.
It's been a while. It has. But, I mean, it's standing room down the fence both directions as far as you can see.
Again, it's great to have high school football back.
Oh.
Been a long, hot summer.
Best time of the year.
Colleges get it cranked up tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
Ball marked ready for play. Ball's at the 21-yard line.
So watch for another gadget play here or probably a deep ball. Take a shot.
First down for Tech. Snap, back. Quarterback's going to throw it in the end zone, and it is.
Oh, my
goodness. And it's going to be a touchdown.
That was a great catch because we were there. Just went over the top of him.
I think there were some questions to whether he maintained possession in the back of the end zone from the Paragould standpoint, but it looked like he did catch the football, and Paragould just missed it.
Yeah. Yep. And we had a guy there, and he was playing the ball too. It was just a great catch.
So Tech converts with 13 seconds left to play in the first half. Ball is down, the kick is up, and it is good. So that makes the score 21-0 in favor of Greene County Tech. And again, Paragould held just as, boy, as well as I've seen this in a while, but Tech converts that key pass in the back of the end zone for the touchdown with 13 seconds left to play in the half. And they take a commanding 21-point lead.
Yeah, the defense has done about all you can really ask them to do here. So there's 12 seconds. Maybe we get a decent return. I'd like to see a reverse. Something set up, some kind of gadget return. But Tech more than likely is going to put this ball on the ground, I would think, on this kickoff. But we'll see.
Yep.
There's no reason for them to let us return it.
Yep. Tech will kick it off. It's a short kick. Almost like an onside kick. Paragould better get on it than they do.
Live ball.
Over there on the far side while it was still in bounds. So Paragould will have it first down and 10 at their own 32 with 8.5 seconds to play in the first half. And kind of doubt we'll see anything dramatic here, but we'll see.
Right.
I believe we'll have the PHS band coming up here at halftime. First and 10 from their own 32.
Yeah, so let's see how conservatively we call this here.
And Tech's going to call timeout on defense.
Okay.
8.5 seconds left to play. Well, Brad, I mean, we talked about it a lot here in the first half, but you like the fight. I mean, the kids look like they're in good condition. Just unable to execute offensively, and all those turnovers, it just made it really impossible on the defense. But the defense, to me, has held up really well, even though Tech made a nice pass in the back of the end zone there.
It was contested. I mean, the kid was there. I mean, that's about all you can ask of that is to make the other guy make a great play, and he did. So, the offense, and like I said before, I don't, the things that are happening are fixable things, and not too terribly surprising just because of, got kids playing new positions. So, I think you'll see some improvement here.
Carter Blue under the center. And he's just going to go straight ahead, right up the middle. And that ball looked like it came out.
Yeah, whether he was down or not, I don't know, but he got hit pretty hard there and ball popped out.
That ball looked like it came out. Yeah, and unfortunately for Paragould, the clock ran out. But, again, that's something Paragould's going to have to fix, even on just a straight a straight quarterback run up the middle. Let's see. The Tech coach is still out there talking about
He
it.
thinks he's. I guess he thinks he's got the ball with some time on the clock. I don't know, but
Let's see what the officials decide to do. They're apparently going to leave the field. So
yeah.
Apparently that is going to be the end of the first half. So it's Greene County Tech 21, Paragould nothing at halftime. Stay tuned for the Paragould band. And we'll turn it over to Zach and company, and we'll be back with you prior to the start of the third quarter. Stay with us, everybody.
You're an all-star, get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star, get the show. Let's get ready to rumble. Y'all ready for this? Never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. And all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold.
Let's go.
Upside down and inside out, I'm about to show all you folks what it's all about. Now it's time for it on the mic and make this tag team party hot. I'm taking it back to the old school, cause I'm an old fool who's so cool. If you wanna get down, I'ma show you the way. Boom, there it is.
Shake that. Y'all ready for this? Do I have your attention? Do I have your attention? Do I have your attention?
3, 2.
Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. We're reaching for the top, and we'll never fall below.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? My hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Let's go. attention. Do I have your attention?
pass him off. Yeah, can you say that again? Okay. Man. Take pictures.
Somebody needs to stand right there.
Can you get on this side and one of y'all get on that side? Yeah, you would. Can you stand right there so they don't... They're not going to be in the camera.
Oh. Just put your arms out. Arms out.
All right, are we good?
I'm with former player Jake. I'm with former senior football player Jake Brittingham. Guys, how do you think the program has improved from last year?
I think last year was very run-based, and this year we're mixing in some passes, running it a lot more, and then passing it a lot more, and I think that's our biggest improvement.
This year we got thrown on and put a lot of.
How do you think this game's going to play out?
In the ball. It's gonna
To the ball, a totally different game right now. Let's put up some.
Paragould on top. Go Rams.
All right, back with you as we've got a couple of minutes left to go before the start of the third quarter. Jimmy Dodd Jr. along with Brad Hancock. And, Brad, let's talk a little bit about the first half. We obviously, the scores, Greene County Tech 21, Paragould 0. Paragould has turned the ball over, 5 times in the first half on our side of the field. And I think our defense has really done an admirable job. That we talked about this. We put them in such a difficult position. But I really like the way our kids are competing. I think they'd like to have that touchdown pass back or another shot at trying to knock that pass down. But again, there's no question that Paragould's going to have got some work to do on offense and just, running basic plays and not turning the football over. But, I mean, look at the conditioning. I'm really surprised Paragould has played this well physically at this point of the game. And we've made some good defensive plays. And outside of the one long tunnel pass that went for the touchdown, Paragould's played defense, I think, very acceptably.
Yeah, Tech's had to earn most of the yards they've gained, but they've had the fortune of having a short field. And, like we were just talking about earlier, if, you take those turnovers away, this is maybe a one-touchdown game.
Yeah. I'm going to be really interested to see how well the kids respond in the second half. Coach Gunn has talked about this. When you take a school that really has not won a lot over the last however many years you want to talk about it, you have a tendency to say, okay, maybe here we go again. But I really think that part of his teaching is to help these kids understand that no matter what part of the game it is, things can happen so quickly in high school football. 2 quick plays, you're back in the game.
Absolutely.
And, I expect to see Paragould really compete well here in the second half. Now, granted, you can't turn the ball over like we have and expect to win the football game, but at the same time, there are some positives that I can see out there. Effort, they're in good shape, and they're competing.
Yeah.
And, I think that, like you said, we've got an opportunity to work on some of these things, and we do have a lot of work to do on offense, but I'm going to be anxious to see what we do here in the second half.
Yeah, and we've got a young team too. We only got 12 seniors, and so how do they respond? Your seniors are your leaders. Let's see how they can get these guys rallied. But a young team, doubt may creep in a little early. But I'm anxious too to see exactly how we do respond to the first half.
Again, kudos to the crowd. This is an outstanding crowd here tonight. Both sides are full. It's the way it ought to be. A game like this. Great evening for high school football. Still a little warm, but now the sun's gone down, and it's much more comfortable than it was earlier.
Yeah, I would say it's the biggest crowd I've ever seen here, but I didn't live here was gone to school for 3 or 4 years there and missed a few of these games, but a heck of a crowd here tonight.
Well, as we prepare here for the kickoff in the second half, Greene County Tech will have the option as they won the toss and deferred to the start of the second half. I would assume they will take the football.
Yeah, and conditioning will play a big role in the second half because it's still warm outside, and did these kids stay hydrated and listen to the coaches over the last 24 hours? And that's something else could show up, cramps and whatnot. Especially the defense, they've been on the field a lot, so it's really important the offense, develops some sort of rhythm and maintains possession of the ball.
Well, again, another fine performance from the PHS band, the Spirit Groups.
Yeah, they all do a great job, and the band's always top notch. We've come to expect them to be that, and we've actually honestly got spoiled by how good they are.
Absolutely, and thanks to Zach for putting us out over the airwaves in the crowd. For those of you that are watching at home or maybe at the game now and you go home later and watch it, we've got so many different things going on up here, and Zach just does a great job. He's trying to do about 7 jobs at one time.
Yeah, he is.
And I think he did it on purpose, actually. He's trying to put us over the loudspeaker so everybody could hear us there for a minute, 10 seconds or whatever it was. But we got a few looks from the folks below us. but it's all good.
Yeah, you see the coaches got the team huddled up out on the field and trying to coach them up and light a fire. And I'm sure Coach Gunn's probably saying 0-0 second half and go give it all you got.
Yep.
Fix the few mistakes we've, mainly the fumbles, clean that up and see what happens.
Rams head over to the sideline. Greene County Tech squad across the way, meeting at the 35-40 yard line, and we're just about ready to put it on the tee for the start of the second half. Again, you are watching Paragould Rams football on the Paragould Rams Sports Network. We haven't mentioned PRSN in a little bit, and this is really our second season to get this underway. Still working on some adjustments and trying to make things even better as we continue to kind of grow with this technology.
So we're going to kick off the ball here and go on defense, and this will be an important drive to set the tone for the second half of this game.
Greene County Tech will drop back. Number 1, Cartwright.
Aikens, number 4.
Yep. And the ball is in the air, and here we go. It's a good kick. We'll go inside the 15-yard line. There's a reverse. Back to Aikens on the other side. Missed tackle there. And still running out over the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Some laundry thrown over there, too. Hit out of bounds by us, I'm sure.
Yep.
Tech ran that last year for a huge gain, the Bell game last year, so I was expecting that at some point, and there it was.
And we'll wait for the official to give the signal, and he does, and it's a late hit out of bounds on Paragould, so that'll be a 15-yard penalty, and so Tech, rather than starting inside the 35, will have it out near midfield. And there's your field position to start the third quarter.
So once again, defense back against the wall here to begin this second half.
First and 10 for GCT. Ball on the 49-yard line. Snap. Quarterback on the keeper, turns it up inside, and he'll pick up some yardage out inside the Paragould 45 down to about the 43-yard line.
Yeah, and we saw that play in the first half, and the majority of the time they handed it off. If they're just fake the handoff, quarterback keeps it, try to get around the end.
It's Farmer on the carry. Pickup of 8, second down 2, football at the 43-yard line in Paragould territory. We're just been away here in the third quarter, 11-14, and the clock moving. Greene County Tech leads Paragould by a score of 21-0. Farmer gets the snap, almost mishandled in the inside run, and a good gain by Tech inside the Paragould 35, inside the 30 actually, down to about the 28-yard line. And
little high snap there, jet sweep action, and just hand off to the tailback right up the middle there. So good recovery by their quarterback to stay composed and get that ball where it needed to be.
Football inside the 30 at the 29-yard line. Tech first down and 10. First possession of the third quarter.
They bring a guy in the tailback spot, and you see power ran out of this, more than likely.
And handoff inside, makes a man miss, missed arm tackle there, and Paragould finally wraps up. I believe that's number 20 for GCT on that carry. Carter McBride.
Lane Holden, I think, on that tackle. Okay, Cole Chipman on that.
Yep. Pickup of 5 yards, so it'll be marked at the 25-yard line. Make it second down and 5 for GCT. Farmer takes the snap on the keeper, fake the handoff, takes it inside, and makes a good gain, and that's going to be good for a first down inside the Paragould 20 down to about the 18-yard line. There's that run-pass option there,
Right.
just the keeper by the QB.
Yeah, they're motioning another guy in the backfield there, and he has several options there on where to give the ball or keep it, and that's just straight ahead run by the QB.
Ball on the 18. First down and 10 for GCT, opening possession in the third quarter. Here's an inside handoff, and Paragould will stop that after a relatively short gain. Gain of about 3, down to about the 16-yard line.
Yeah, Tech not doing anything any different, just
No.
their base formation. That's a zone read, outside run there. That back's just trying to tiptoe in there and see where his hole is and then get north and south when he can.
Let's call it a pickup of 2. Make it second down and 8. See if the Paragould defense can respond like they did for the most part there in the first half and make it difficult on the Eagles to score. Here comes a toss sweep to the near side, and a great job. Does that Xavier Wynn?
37, yes.
Xavier Wynn played that well.
Yeah,
and shut that down.
He was there almost to take the pitch. He was right there
He
on
sure
that play.
was.
So great play by him and good solid open field tackle.
So that's a loss back to about the 22-yard line. So this will bring up third down and 14 now for the Eagles. Paragould's done a good job of making them, go some long distances on third and fourth down.
You just don't want them to lull you to sleep with those runs and then
Yep.
see something downfield here. So we're going to empty backfield.
Watch the guy in the slot. And inside, and there he is, and it's wide open, and it's just missed, and he missed a touchdown there.
But you're right. I mean, he came open,
Yep.
just sat there,
Yep.
sat there wide open for a little while.
It looked like that when they put the young man in the slot, we weren't really sure where
No.
to line up that time, and he was wide open. And just a little errant throw.
When you see a guy that wide open, the quarterback gets a little excited and then put a little bit too much heat on it, so it's a little high.
So it brings up fourth down and 14 from the 22. Farmer gets the snap, drops back. They're going to throw that little tunnel play. There we go. Great job by Paragould's number 7.
That Sam Hunt,
There you
linebacker,
go.
textbook, son. Textbook play, how to defend the screen.
Paragould ready for that, and hey, hats off to the defense.
Yep. Because if your linebacker is too aggressive there, that is poison. And Sam played that perfectly.
Sure did.
Great patience, read it, made a great tackle.
Sure did. So Paragould will have it on the turnover on downs, first down and 10 from their own 23-yard line. And let's see what Coach Gunn elects to do here on the opening possession of the third quarter.
Hey, if I'm Coach Gunn, I'm saying, hey, we had some success moving the ball, so let's, settle down.
Yep.
Let's settle in. Let's hand the ball off clean. Guys, let's block, get north and south, and get some yards.
Carter Ballou, number 14, again, the Paragould quarterback, first down and
Play
10.
clock's running down to 5.
Got the snap off. Ballou keeps it, and he goes nowhere. And there was good penetration that time and really nowhere to go, and that's going to be a loss back to the 20.
Yeah.
Mark it at the 21-yard line.
Yeah, Tech has been really aggressive on the edge, on the contain, and they're not letting us get to that edge at all. So we've had more success running straight at them, honestly.
Yep.
But, some misdirection would be good. But let's see what they can dial up here.
Second down and long. Ballou's going to throw it. Out pattern is caught, and that's Giles.
Nice.
Oh, a nice play, and he's got a chance.
Nice.
Oh, he takes a great
good-looking
run
play
on it.
right there. And that right there, that play builds, once again, a nice pitch and catch, builds a QB's confidence. So good throw by Carter.
Hey.
Great play by Caleb.
Caleb, he offers us something that we haven't had last
Right.
year on that play.
Oh, the kid looks great in the football uniform. So, I mean, I know he's a basketball guy, but, boy, he looks the part.
Well, that gain is out to the 42-yard line, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered. So a nice pickup. First down gets us a little better field position. And let's see if we can build on that.
Yeah, and that opens – I mean, that makes the defense defend a little bit differently. So
Ballew's going to throw it again. Has pretty good protection, and it kind of dropped off. It's going to go
it's out of bounds.
Out of bounds. And it was caught out of bounds. And Paragould fortunate that time.
Yeah, he was hit as he threw that ball, and so, boy, it just really just went vertically there. Couldn't get anything on it.
So that's going to bring up second down. Looked like Ballew took a pretty good shot there, too.
Yeah, he's
a big kid, but he got rocked pretty good on that hit. Brings up second down and 10. Paragould at their own 42. 6:56 to play, third quarter. Tech leads 21-0. And that's how I believe Giles took the snap at quarterback. Did you catch that?
I did not see that, but I knew that was a possibility for him to come in on some special situations.
Yep. Yeah, they have moved Caleb Giles, number 2, over to the QB, at least for that play. We'll see if they stay with it.
Yeah, and Carter played H-back last year, so you can slide him over, and he knows how to block and lead and play multiple positions as well.
Ball at the 47-yard line. It was a pickup of 5. So
here's a wildcat look here with Caleb.
Snap back to Giles. Hand off inside to Carter Ballew, and there's nothing happening that time. Wasn't a whole lot of blocking there that time as Tech made some good penetration.
Yes, you're right. Once you get penetration on that, that's just tough to get any yards. You're coming to the short side of the field, and it's already crowded with a lot of traffic and hard to gain yards there.
So that'll bring up fourth down and 6 for Paragould at their own 46-yard line, and Paragould will punt the football away.
Yeah, let's see if we can get a good punt and let the defense play defense in a favorable position for them.
Aikens back deep. Ball dropped on the snap, but it's a good kick.
Yeah, he ended up.
And it takes in at about the 19-yard line.
Okay.
Aikens makes one-man miss, and that time Paragould does a good job of bringing him down with very little gain.
We got a guy down here. Looks like Bailey.
Yeah, I believe it is Bailey.
And I'm hoping we're just looking at a cramp.
Number 23, Corbin Bailey, down on the field over there about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I think he's cramping.
I think you're right.
He's our quarterback on defense, making the reads and
has run all over the field.
And he's been everywhere.
Right.
So it's hot. He's been out there a lot, and so that's what you're seeing.
Well, this is really the first cramp that we've seen.
Yeah.
And we're, almost to the end of the third quarter. Or what appears to be. Let's say this appears to be a cramp.
Yeah, they could.
And you've heard this before, but when your leg tightens up like that, it's not a good feeling.
No.
But Corbin is able to make his way off the field, and I think he'll be okay. So the football has been marked all the way back to the 15-yard line. So, Brad, here's where you ask, they're marking the 16, here's where you ask your defense, hey, let's get us a takeaway here.
Yeah, and it looks like we brought Giles in the other safety spot with Cole back here. So Giles come in for Bailey there.
Yep.
So it's 2 wide here to the side.
Yep.
Here we go.
First down and 10, Tech at their own 16. Farmer looks at his armband. Takes the snap. Going to throw it out here. And it is, great play. And let's see, they're going to call it incomplete, but I'll tell you.
You can't play that any better.
No.
Lane Holden, 27.
Wow.
That kid knew what was coming.
He
I
sure
mean,
did.
absolutely great play.
And he was about a half step away from taking it to the house.
Yeah,
too.
I mean, that it's one of those deals. He knew it, and, you know, it's either take a chance to pick it or make a good hit like that, and great play.
Well, again, I mean, we've had some plays where you can really tell some difference of how kids are playing, and that's a great example.
Our defensive
of it.
backs are really been coached up from what I've seen so far.
2nd down, 10, quarterback keeper up the middle, and he's got a good hole, and that's going to be a straight gain probably for a first down as he's going to take that out over the 25 to the 27-yard line. Just a straight quarterback keeper by Farmer. And that will be a first down for GCT. And nothing fancy there, just right up the middle. And an effective 10-yard gain, and Tech will move the chains.
Yeah, for the most part, Green County Tech's been really patient on offense. I mean, they've come in with a game plan to run the ball and pick and choose when they want to throw, and it's worked out well for them.
Farmer takes the snap, handoff inside. There's a good gain on first down of about 8 or 9 yards.
Mm-hmm. That's Garish. I mean, and like I say, you just see
Garish,
him. He doesn't hit it wide open, but he's shifty, and he picks and chooses holes and effective and getting positive yards.
9-yard gain will make it 2nd down and 1 with 4 minutes and 21 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Again, Tech led at halftime 21-0, and that's where it remains. We've got a false start down here by the
Yeah, he actually
end.
flinched before that, and the ref didn't call it, but we'll take it.
And that'll move the Eagles back 5 and make what was 2nd down and 2, 2nd down and 7. One thing you can say about the Tech offense, they've done a pretty good job of not shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
And
other than holding calls, they've played a clean game.
Yep. Inside handoff is another big gain, and this is going to be good for a first down all the way out to the Tech 41-yard line.
78 lost his helmet back here in the backfield.
Yep.
And we got a guy down too.
Yes, we do.
And that may have been cold on that tackle. I can't see the number. Let me see here.
Is it 19?
No, it's not Cole. See Cole up. Another cramp.
Yeah.
So, you know, this becomes an issue for you because we don't have a lot of depth. And the coaches have rotated a lot of guys in and out. But, boy, when it's hot like this, first game of the year, it's tough.
Well, it is, and, you know, the artificial surface, the field turf out there makes it even a little bit worse. So.
Yeah, it just holds the heat. Yeah, those guys, I believe that's Henry Thompson.
Yeah. And Henry comes off, but I think that is more of a cramp than an injury.
So, yeah, Bailey's still over here on sideline. Now you got your 2 defensive starters here with cramps.
Yeah.
There's a linebacker and a safety, so Tech may look to take advantage of that.
So as we resume play, the football is at the 41-yard line. Tech on their own end. It's going to be first down and 10. Ball marked ready for play. Looks like we got our 25-second clock issues worked out at halftime too. First down and 10 for the Eagles. Farmer hands the ball off inside and makes a man miss, and that's good for another 8-yard gain. And Tech's been able to penetrate the Paragould defense for some good gains here on first down.
Yeah, they've run that same play probably 4 times in this drive already, and once again, Garish just picks and chooses where he wants to go, and when he finds a hole, he gets upfield.
Gain of 8, make it second down and 2. Again, nothing fancy here, just physical football.
Yeah, once again, I talked about earlier that they'll lull you to sleep with that and then try to throw it downfield. So here we come putting the guy in backfield, so maybe a power run out of this.
Farmer gets the snap, and straight handoff inside, and that's going to wind up as about a 4 or 5 yard pickup on that play. Akins carries for GCT. Picks up a first down and 10 for GCT, so they keep the drive moving and the clock as well.
Yeah, even though the offensive side, the players they're hot and everything too, but they've got the advantage here, got the defense on their heels a little bit, and just look for a steady diet of the same trips to the right this time.
First down and 10. Farmer takes the snap. Another handoff. This is Akins around the right side. Makes a cut. Makes a man miss. And picks up about 5 yards on the play down just inside the 40-yard line.
Yeah, missed the tackle there early and cost us 2 or 3 more yards.
McDaniel with a tackle for PHS. Pickup of close to 6 on first down. We'll call it second down and 4. We're inside 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Again, there's been no scoring here in the second half to date. GCT has it. This is a quarterback keeper. Farmer takes it up inside, down inside the 35, down close to the 30-yard line. And that's going to be another first down for GCT.
Yeah, they're starting to reel off chunks now, and the fatigue starts to set in, and that's what you're seeing, a result. And we're trying to rotate some guys in and out. But, you can't get enough of the big uglies up front.
No, and you can see a physical advantage that GCT has had on the line. I thought we did a really good job in the first half of sort of negating that, but you can see its presence here, especially on this drive here in the third quarter.
It just wears on you when the guys are that big and they just push and push on it. It just wears on you as the game goes.
Now Tech's going to throw the football. Farmer looks. He's going to go deep with it, and it is well played by Paragould. And is that Bailey again?
Yeah, I believe he was back out there, and that was. Yeah, he was back out there on that.
Yeah, it was just in great position. Had a chance maybe to pick it.
Yeah, that was throw all the way. The line cut down the whole defensive line on cut blocks, and the quarterback had plenty of time to throw that ball deep.
Well, I'll tell you, outside of the one pass play they had for a touchdown where we really had a chance to knock that pass down, defensive backs played pretty well tonight.
Our D-backs, from what we've seen scrimmaging tonight, they've really coached these guys up, and they play the ball well. They contest every throw.
Second down and 10. Farmer, an inside handoff, and that's a well-run play, and that's going to be a big gain for Tech. Inside the 10, inside the 5, and that's going to be a Tech touchdown.
Yeah, just a little halfback reverse there.
Well, that was a well-executed play by GCT, and that will stretch the lead to 27-0. Let's give that young man credit. Who was that?
Brooks Reddick.
Brooks Reddick, okay. Thompson will attempt the PAT. Kick is on its way. It's a low-line driver that gets through there, and that'll make it.
Yeah, it was a bad snap, but good job by the holder to get it back up there and kick it through. And Tech's got a man down and probably cramping as well.
Cramping is starting to hit both ways now. So we got 1:04 to play. Greene County Tech 28, Paragould nothing. I think that you saw Greene County Tech on that drive really establish a physical presence up front, and there wasn't a whole lot of trickeration, as you might say there. It was just really solid offensive line blocking and running, and
I think they
well executed on that drive.
They sensed we had two guys go out with cramps. They sensed the fatigue, and they decided to put the ball on the ground and just grind it and wear us down, and basically that's the result.
Like the young man from GCT is walking off the field, and will be okay as well. Cole Chipman, number 10, back deep for Paragould along with Bailey.
Yeah, and we saw what a threat Cole was in junior high season last year. He ran back a couple for touchdowns and had some other long returns. So they've swapped him back there. Cole's a sophomore and got great speed, good ball skills, just a heck of an athlete. So they're looking to ways to get him touches.
GCT will kick off. Paragould gets another player on the field. Now we're ready to go. Ball is in the air. It's a short kick, caught on the run at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Let's
go.
And he's got a good return.
Nice.
Out over the 40 to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, he found his blockers there and got him.
Who was that, number 3 for Paragould? And that is Braden Sumners. I believe so, number 3.
Yeah, I like you're right.
Made a nice run.
Yeah, I've not seen him, but he's playing that up back spot. So he did a great job. If it's kicked to you,
he caught it right on the run.
Don't wait on it.
Took it right upfield.
Because you see, like they want you to be indecisive about that, let that ball hit, and that's the purpose of that kick there. So great job of him to be aggressive and go get it, turn upfield.
First down and 10 for the Rams. Carter Ballou leads the team back out on the field. Ball at the 42-yard line. Got good field position to start this drive. Let's see if we can put some plays together here.
Well, same thing. Giles in at QB.
Yep.
Wildcat look, but we do have 2 receivers split out to this side, so little wrinkle here.
Caleb gets the snap, gives it, and just nothing there.
Yeah.
Number 77 for Tech blew that play up and did so effectively. Calhoun just had nowhere to go with it, and that's going to be a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, way too much penetration by the line.
Yeah. And we're inside 30 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Ballou takes the snap. Inside handoff, up the middle. And they got a couple of yards out of that. That's about it.
Yeah, that's a tough running right there.
We've got Xavier Wynn, 37, with the run out to the 33-yard line. And that's going to bring the third quarter to an end. And we'll switch sides of the field and start quarter number 4 as Greene County Tech leads Paragould in the battle for the bell at the end of 3 quarters by a score of 28-0. And Paragould just has been unable to sustain anything offensively. And it'll be interesting to talk to Coach Gunn after the game and next week to see some adjustments that he obviously is going to have to make some adjustments in what we're doing. And that's part of what's going on here. I think there's just as a trial. I think he's trying to see what he's got and who can play sort of under the lights here a little bit. And this is a work in progress.
Yeah, he's going to learn as much about this game as anybody because he's new here. The staff is new, and so we'll probably see I expect to see a big improvement from week 1 to week 2, simply because a lot of the mistakes I've seen are fixable.
They are, and I think Coach Gunn probably has a better idea of what his team is capable of doing offensively.
And I hope I don't jinx us right now, but discipline-wise, we've not seen offsides calls and jump on the snap, anything like that.
Ballou is going to drop back to throw. Looks, he's got plenty of time this time. Throws it across the middle and intended for number 88. And it was a rocket throw.
Yeah,
but
it was.
Looked like he got his hands on it.
Yeah, it was blocked well, and Carter stepped up, stayed in the pocket, and had a little bit of time there.
Eskinder Michael.
Oh, yeah. But
the pass falls incomplete, and it will bring up 4th down and 9. And Paragould will elect to punt the football over to Tech. Xavier Wynn back in punting formation for the Rams.
There's a flag.
And the laundry is out on the field.
It's a delay of game, I think, Buzz.
Yep.
I think.
Penalized Paragould 5 yards.
Maybe we didn't want the play clock to work.
Well, that may be right.
So they fixed it.
Wynn will kick it away from his own 28-yard line. Gets a good kick.
Yeah, it really
all the way
is.
back to the 25. Paragould's in pretty good
pursuit.
position here,
Good
and
pursuit.
they blow up the play. Good coverage by the Paragould Rams.
Great kick and maybe a 1-yard gain on the return.
Yep.
So, great job.
All the way back to the 23-yard line. So Paragould does a good job of flipping the field here, and defense will go back out again.
Looks like Thompson's back on the field. Bailey's back out there. So these guys are toughing out the cramps, and they definitely want to be out there for sure. And hopefully we can create a turnover or something here and get the ball back.
Again, Farmer, the Tech quarterback, who's been very efficient tonight. I think he's played a nice game for them.
Yeah, and we're bringing more guys in the box, so we're expecting them straight run a lot heavy here. So
And we got a whistle.
Yeah.
And we've got a legal procedure against Tech, so that'll back them up 5.
Yeah, we pulled. There's another cramp
Yep.
by Tech, so we're tied on the cramps. But defense, you saw they left Bailey back and walked the safety up into the box. So, they're thinking Tech's going to run the ball heavy on this drive, and I would expect them to too, so to run some clock.
Well, we've got 12 minutes to go. You kind of pause and take a look at what you've seen out here tonight from Paragould, and I think when you compare this with what we saw at the end of last year, you have to see there's areas that are definitely improved. But I also think you see a lot of youth. We talked about that.
Yeah.
Obviously, the offense appears to be a work in progress. But again, this is, Coach Gunn talked about this. This is not going to happen overnight.
Right.
I think there's going to be some positives that can be looked at to build on tonight. I think the effort's been really good.
Right.
And I think if you look at the two squads, Tech's got a bigger team physically.
Right.
And I think that we've held up on that part of it really well.
Yeah, numbers themselves are similar.
Yeah.
They've got
Yeah.
21 seniors, so they're heavy on seniors. We only have 12. And so you see those guys are more physically developed, bigger guys, had more experience. So, I still look to us to improve because we are so young.
Yep. And I think Coach Gunn will look at the offense and see if he wants to make some adjustments. And I think that we'll come out and practice hard and continue to improve.
Yeah, these guys have no reason to hang their head
No.
on this. But, you want to see it happen quickly. But, patience is a virtue.
Right. And you want to see us continue to play hard here in the fourth
Yeah,
quarter.
that's all you're asking for right now at this point. Play
Here
hard.
comes a toss sweep. Back deep. Paragould does a pretty good job of stretching it out, and that's going to be a small gain on first down.
Yeah, and that's how you play that. Stretch it out all the way to the sideline, let everybody pursue on the backside, and be there to help the tackle.
So after the penalty, just a short gain of a couple of yards. So it'll be 2nd down and 13 as the clock runs down to 11 minutes and 10 seconds left in the ball game. Again, opening night in high school football around the state of Arkansas tonight.
Yeah, I think there were a lot of big games tonight.
Farmer, the Tech quarterback. This is going to keep it up inside. Paragould does a little better job that time of closing that gap down, and it's going to be a short gain. And now we've got another official's timeout. Didn't see a flag. We're okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Worsham just ran off the field there, and I mean he's a sophomore, big, good-looking kid there on the line to get rotated out.
After the play, 3rd down and 6 for GCT. Football at the GCT 27-yard line. Farmer gets the snap, rolls to the near side, looks, being pressured.
It's covered.
And it's going to be, that's
the intentional grounding. There we go.
And great job by, is that Xavier Wynn? I believe it is.
Probably so. I was watching the D-backs. They had them covered, and that's what you get. Quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball.
And I thought they were either going to mark him down or they were going to call him for grounding, and one of the two. And they may be talking about that.
The flag's down on the 15.
And it's grounding. So that'll be loss of down, and that's going to bring up 4th down for Greene County Tech, and probable punting situation. That'll move them back to about the 15-yard line. So Paragould now, after all of that, should get pretty good field position here.
Yeah, let's see if we can get a special team score.
So Bailey will go all the way after the penalty. He's going to mark it all the way back to the 5-yard line.
Oh, yeah, they're in a tough spot. So, I mean, you could almost go for a block here because you could afford a penalty here if you want to play this aggressively. So let's see.
Tech will punt from their own end zone.
We are going to put one man deep, Bailey deep. So. Cole Chipman's put out wide, and that kid's got some speed. Let's see if he can get to the punter here.
Paragould working to get the appropriate people on the field, Snap is dropped, and almost blocked after that. Turns out to be a good kick and with a great Tech roll. My goodness.
And, boy, if we had seen a guy right there, that possibly would have been a touchdown or a recovery on the 1 or 2 yard line.
Yeah. Well, Paragould had a chance there and really did not play that. He kicked it from his own goal line, and it winds up being back on the Paragould side of the field.
Yeah.
So
I was thinking punt block, and I think Tech's punter was thinking punt block.
Well, he avoided disaster there.
He did. He did a good
job.
job.
Good kickoff, and it turns out to be a very effective kick as it puts Paragould back on its own side of the field at their own 47-yard line. Nonetheless, good field position. Let's see if Paragould can go down and get some points.
Yeah, plenty of time to do what you want to do here still. So let's see what Coach elects to do on this drive.
Rams 1st down and 10. Carter Ballou, the Paragould QB, is going to drop back, being rushed, and he's going to be sacked. Again, the one thing that's pretty noticeable is when we try to drop back, by the time he gets back there, often he doesn't have much time to look down the field and assess what's going on.
There's only been a couple times that he's even got to set his feet, really, to try to throw the ball downfield.
Yep. So the loss back to the 42-yard line. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and about 15.
The completions he had have been on the shorter drops and quicker throws, and we've tried to throw it downfield, and like you said, it's just we haven't needed another second.
Now we've got whistles before this play gets underway.
Timeout.
I believe Coach Gunn wants timeout. And Coach Gunn's not real happy with his offense out there. So, anyway, this is going to be a learning experience, no doubt. And but again, we've got 9:17 left to play in the game. Paragould has just been unable to get untracked offensively to get really anything going tonight.
Right.
And when you consider the number of turnovers and the position of those turnovers, the score could have been even more lopsided than it is now.
Yeah, and like we talked about earlier, I expect our coaches are learning as much about their team right now as the players are. So I would expect to see, next week a lot more improvement. And like you said, some adjustments here and there.
Well, the schedule is set up a little different this year for us because we do not play Pocahontas or Rivercrest as we have the last few years as a non-conference opponent. And we pick up Piggott and Hoxie the next 2 weeks. And so Piggott probably will not be as physical and as well-tuned, perhaps, as what we've seen out of GCT tonight. But nonetheless, I think Paragould is going to say, hey, look, we've got to take care of our own house, and we've got some improving to do on offensive execution and continue to play hard on defense.
Right.
Blue, inside handoff, and again, not much there. And ball is taken away, but the play was well over. Gain of about a yard there.
Tech has done a good job of that inside run, with exception just to maybe a couple we've gained, got a decent gain, but they've pretty much stuffed that.
Brings up third down now, 3rd and 15 for Paragould. Don't know what the stats are, but again, offensively, Paragould, I doubt they have 100 yards tonight offense.
Yeah.
I don't know what the final number would be, but that's probably where we are. Blue is going to be sacked again.
The big play, I guess, will be Giles' run, the catch and run. But all the sacks and the negative yardage is probably really starting to pile up.
Yeah. Well, it looks like, at least from here, that we're going to have to get the ball out quickly. And we struggle a little bit when we drop back with, at least certainly in this game, with the defensive line that Tech has. Carter just hasn't had the time to get his feet established, as we talked about, and go down the field and make the play. As Paragould will punt it away. Low kick. It's going to be scooped up by Tech at the 32-yard line and returned out over the 40, where Paragould will bring that play to an end.
Tech's got another cramp on this side.
And that time young man's up and walking back. 7:46 to play in the ball game. Tech 28, Paragould 0.
Unlike Auburn a few years ago, these cramps are real.
Yeah, that's right. There's nothing fake about this.
You've seen all those back a few years ago. That became part of their strategy. Was guys falling out all the time.
Well, that's going to be an interesting part of college football this year to see if the officiating handles those type situations a little differently than what they did last year and years past. Did we miss a penalty there?
Yeah, something. Yep. And it must have been after. It must have
after the play.
A dead ball fell after the play. The chains have not moved back, so it's gonna be first and forever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they are moving the chains back.
Yeah, the ball's all the way back to the 27-yard line back in Tech territory. I didn't see a flag.
No, I didn't either. So, but I'm gonna guess a block in the back or something like that. That didn't see.
Don't know if it was unsportsmanlike or
Yeah, could be.
whatever, but nonetheless, it's marked back to the GCT 27-yard line. Well, they'll have it first down and 10.
Yeah, and then here comes the run more than likely. So let's see if we can get a stop.
Tech's got a new quarterback in the game now, and they're going to play some new kids. Not much happening on that particular run. Try to get the quarterback's number for GCT.
That's
They're
12.
number
That's Goodman, yeah.
Yeah.
So a good
Tyson
opportunity for
Goodman.
him to get a few snaps here for the experience. I think he's a junior.
This time quarterback keeper. Goodman around the left side. Makes a good run. Pretty good
Nice.
stick there by
There's a
Paragould.
flag.
There's a flag, and that looks like that's probably going to go against GCT. Maybe a hold.
Yeah. Cole come up and made a good open field tackle on the quarterback there. But I think you're right. I think it must be a hold by the offensive line.
Official brings Coach Gunn over to talk. He never gave a signal, though.
No, so I don't know.
Usually the first thing he'll do is give at least a preliminary signal
Yeah.
as to what the penalty is, and he leaves us guessing, but it is going to go against Greene County
Yeah,
Tech.
it's got to be a hold from that spot. So other than that, for Tech on offense, it's been pretty clean. But
And I still never saw a signal from the official at
I
all as to
didn't
what the
either.
penalty was.
Yeah, I just assume that's what it is from the placement location of the
I
flag.
don't think he ever signaled. He just
No.
threw the flag and said to Coach Gunn, here it
Yeah.
is, but he didn't tell us. So.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, backs Tech up. Now Tech's going to throw the ball. They're going to go deep with it.
Yep, there
And
goes.
it
Turn around.
is going to be incomplete. No
Nice.
harm, no foul. Another pretty
No.
good defensive play.
Yeah,
Just
Cole.
in good position.
Cole closed that gap up and got a hand back to play the ball, and you know, our defensive backfield's played pretty well.
So the incomplete pass will bring it all the way back to the line of scrimmage, which is going to be the.
Now we're going back.
Yeah,
the
we're
other
going
way.
back. Did they call a?
I guess there's
Did
another
they call
flag.
interference on that? They did.
Yep. Yep. I didn't see a flag either.
So they call, I guess, Chipman for PI.
Yeah, I
15-yard
think-
penalty.
I think you're right. So it's got their yardage back from the previous penalty.
So that'll be second down now and 5 after the penalty. And now we got another flag. Boy, the laundry's coming out now.
I'm telling you. False start.
False start against GCT. That'll
Hey,
back him up.
I think it's this wide out on this end. I saw it earlier, flinching a little bit, and you got a referee standing right beside you, so you're not going to get away with that.
Six and a half minutes to play in the football game. Tech has been in control really most of the game, but
Yeah.
it was certainly a competitive game in the first half, and that third touchdown really sort of put Paragould in peril from really being able to come back there right before the end of the first half.
Right.
And Tech's going to call timeout now as they've got some new kids in the game and a little bit of confusion on the
Yeah.
offensive end.
Yeah, I think that's all that is there. Because really, a timeout. I mean, our defense needs a break. So
Yeah, and again, those kids have played hard.
they have.
They have played hard. Tech's got a nice ball club. I don't know they've got quite the firepower that we saw last year.
Right.
But they will obviously have to step it up in competition, and I think they play Little Rock Catholic next week and then El Dorado the next 2 weeks. So it's going to be a new adventure for them.
Yep.
In their new league. And for Paragould, 2 more non-conference games before conference play opens up. And again, I think you see a defense that can be competitive and an offense that's obviously needs some work, and we'll get it in the next few weeks, and we'll see what adjustments Coach Gunn elects to make. But I think you said something really important a few minutes ago. They're going to know a whole lot more about this football team and what they're capable of after
Yeah, they really
tonight.
are, for sure. And, you know, as the offense will improve, it will benefit the defense. The defense has been on the field so long. So you like to see how the defense is playing.
Tech gets the snap, a little handoff around the left end, and well played by Paragould over there. Short gain, tackle on the sideline on about the 30-yard line.
Because, you know, time of possession, I have no idea, but it's got to be majorly lopsided.
Sure.
So, you know, clean up a few things on offense, and this defense, I mean, more than capable of doing their job for this season for what I'm seeing right now. But they're going to need some help and need the offense to improve.
3rd down for GCT, 3rd and 7. We'll see if they elect to throw the football or keep it on the ground. They're going to throw it. Going to go deep with it.
Yeah,
Long pass, got a lot of air under it, wide open, and that time Paragould had a bust in the secondary the first time tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if safety was supposed to come over and pick up that guy, but a corner lost his man there, and I don't know.
And that's the first time we've seen somebody left wide open like that all night.
Yeah, and we're playing some guys too. We've subbed out quite a bit too, but so it's, you know, learning experience there for him. But I don't know if he thought he had help behind him with the safety or what. But, get back and see that on film and learn from that and get better.
So that makes after the long gain, a 1st down and 10 for Tech. Inside handoff. Good cut. Good physical run. Goodness gracious. All the way down
really
inside the Paragould 15. Who's that, 34?
Yeah, I'm trying to find that.
Calvin Spearman. He's a 10th grader.
Okay.
Good looking run there. 1st down all the way down to the 12-yard line. Snap. Another inside give.
Yeah, good looking run.
And, inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. Spearman takes it down the 5-yard line. That's a good-looking running back.
I'm telling you, I don't have any height, weight on him, but for a 10th grader, he's physically looks really good.
Yeah, we don't have the weights, the size on the Tech kids, but it's an impressive-looking athlete. They give it to him again, and he's going to take it in the end zone, straight up in the middle. For another touchdown for GCT, and GCT now has put 34 on the board with a chance for 35.
Yep, and from Tech's perspective, I mean, you're getting kids in the game, and you may find something to help you later in the season. That running back looks like a player to me.
Thompson will try the extra point. The left footer puts it up. That's a better looking kick, and he got that one. That makes it 35-0, and we've got 4 minutes and 11 seconds left to play, and I think we're in the mercy rule now, aren't we?
Yes, I think you're right.
Well, I think one thing that Coach Gunn has talked about is the need, and we see a little bit better turnout on kids this year. One thing that
Yeah.
he's wanting to do is to emulate some of the other schools around here. We need to get more kids out. That really helps. And we see some kids that are playing football this year that didn't last year.
Right.
And so I think that's going to continue. And we've got a young team, and these kids are going to continue to mature, not only and learn the game better, but mature physically. And, again, I think the defense has put us in a good position tonight. And, again, the offense is just going to have to be something that's going to be, as we've said a number of times tonight, the issue of the night coming out that we need to improve.
Yeah.
Here comes a little short kick, and that's probably going to go out of bounds, and it does.
Yeah, take that.
So that will allow Paragould, I think, to start at the 40.
You know, the other thing, we got, 11 coaches on staff now, so we got a full staff of coaches that,
Yeah.
and you know, they coach most of when I catch a little bit of practice picking up mine in junior high, you know, you've got 2 coaches per position out there, and you know, in the long run, that's going to pay dividends,
Right.
For sure.
So actually going to start at the 35 instead of the 40. Clock is running, and we'll run continuously here as this ball game comes to an end. Inside handoff. There's a good run by Caden Calhoun. He gets it out over the 40 to the 44-yard line. 43-yard line.
Yeah, I think Tech came in with the game plan. They're not let him do anything because they knew if he got going that we were going to have it be trouble.
There's a little gain that's going to be close to a first down. And there will be a first down as they reach the 45-yard line. So Paragould have a new set of downs.
So I would say their game plan, more than likely the linebackers were completely going to key on Calhoun and not let him beat us or beat them.
1st and 10 for Paragould. Blue's going to throw. And again, same thing. When he drops back, by the time he gets his feet set, he's got somebody right there with him.
Yeah, and you know, couldn't quite step up in that pocket and then make that throw. I mean, really close to it, but they getting a hand on him in the backfield.
I think that was Brown, their really good player that made the tackle there.
Yep.
Here comes a handoff. There we go. That's a good-looking play. Calhoun's got a little room to operate. He takes it out over the 40 to the 45-yard line for a nice pickup there. Got to the 46. We're inside 2 minutes left to play. 3rd down and 9 for Paragould. Blue going to keep it
hang on.
and takes a pretty good lick there at about the 48-yard line. That'll keep the clock running, but that'll bring up a 4th down for Paragould. Let's see what Coach Gunn wants to do at this point of the game with clock running and 1:05 left. I think he's going to try to run that play.
Offense back out on the field.
So 4th down. This may be the last play of the game. Inside handoff. And that's a nice gain.
Yeah,
it's
he got
actually
first
going to be
down.
good enough for a 1st down.
Yep.
That was Giles. No, who was that?
Xavier Wynn.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
we're gonna let the clock run. Looks like here, maybe one more snap.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be congratulations to Tech. They played well tonight. Pretty clean game on their part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I don't think they had a scrimmage, so they had some things kinks to work out early.
Blue again. This time he gets it off. A little tunnel pass. It's going to go for a few yards, and that's probably going to be the last play of the football game tonight. And the game comes to an end. And so Greene County Tech will keep the bell for another year. And it's an evening that sees the new era begin for Coach David Gunn. I know he wanted to win the game badly tonight, but I also think that he learns a lot about his football team tonight. Yeah. And it's going to be easy to pick on some things that say, hey, we got to improve on that. But I see some areas of improvement, and I see some areas that as we move forward, we'll be able to improve on, and I think it'll start next week.
Yeah, there's going to be positive and negative on this game film, and so they'll coach them up. And, us and Tech kind of go our separate ways here. I wish Tech luck in the 6A, and they can win them all from here on out as far as I'm concerned. So they're well coached and got a team that, looks like they've got a lot of parts. So good luck to them, and hopefully we can be able to come out next week and play better and get a win.
I agree. Rams will be on the road next week at Piggott, the home of the Mohawks. So that's about a 40-minute drive up the extreme part of northeast Arkansas. So I hope everybody can come out. I believe the Junior Rams get started next week as well.
Yeah, they play Highland at home Thursday.
So I hope everybody's able to come out for that one. And, Brad, it's been a lot of fun and a lot of things to work on. But it'll be interesting to talk to Coach Gunn next week, as we will, I believe, on Wednesday. And the good thing is I think we came out of this game pretty well injury-free. I don't think we
either side
really had any injuries tonight. I think we just saw some cramps out there. But, again, a really interesting start to the season. And Tech moves on to their new league, and we move on as well. So any final thoughts before we call it an evening?
No, not really. Like you said, we'd like to see a win here early, but I honestly believe this team will build on this, and you'll see a lot of improvement from week 1 to week 2 next Friday night.
Brad, thanks for the call tonight. Zach, thanks for the setup. And hope everybody has enjoyed tonight's telecast on the Paragould Rams Sports Network. I'm Jimmy Dodd Jr. along with Brad Hancock. We want to wish everybody a very pleasant weekend, and we'll talk to you again soon, everybody. Have a pleasant night. Good night.